No,
this
my
is how I
screen roll.
truly.
Start the episode. Start
Yeah, I was gonna say,
recording.
Marcy's. I am recording.
I didn't know no one was good. Anyways, hi everybody, welcome to Starlost Seas. I really want it. Please start with just all of us saluting for no good reason.
Well, Marcy, you have your assignment.
Oh my gosh! Last time on Starlost Seas, we started off heading down to the third temple containing the third Leviathan and Annie's next seasonal form. This Leviathan was... Oh no, we didn't get there. You guys started going down there. You didn't get there immediately because you encountered water that had come from the elemental plane of water. Ironic, I know. And as you swam down deeper, you realized there was something big in the water with you. After a little bit of perusing and perceiving, you realized it was after you. Eventually, you realized that this was an encounter with a fully grown sea serpent. Thanks to the use of the very clever use of the light cantrip by Hush, the waters were illuminated, and you fought off this massive serpent, eventually killing it, taking many of its teeth and one of its eyes as trophies, and then riding its sinking body down to the temple where you encountered a Leviathan. This one spider-like and pleasant. And when Annie accepted its invitation, Annie unlocked everybody's favorite form, Spring! We all had various reactions to the joyous sort of Chunibu Annie as she arrived. Oh god.
Oh, that's right. We haven't actually gotten Pulse to do the bit. He was in darkness last session.
Oh, that's right. You haven't seen it. Oh, it's wonderful. You guys returned back up to the top of the top of the ocean to return to the ship. And everybody, as has sort of become the norm, took a nap and got a little bit of rest as you made your way towards the next temple. This time, Dolus had a dream, and dreaming of the three genie lords you guys have encountered, as well as Socrates and Mara. He heard the whispers that you all have heard in your dreams, and managed to make out that one of the voices is Kieran, and that the other, while he couldn't recognize it, was feminine, and that they were speaking in a language that he didn't understand. So, upon waking, through a bit of trial and error with the entire group and all of the various languages you know, you guys realized it is Celestial. And then, through the use of a legend lore on Kieran, you found out that his patron, presumably, is Nobelia. And as you all sort of figured this out, you decided to send normal Kieran, the good Kieran, a sending. So, you asked him if he had been chanting in Celestial recently and what his connections were to Nobelia. Hang on. I'm allergic to Kieran, it seems.
Fair. I'm allergic to Kieran's
That's why he
player.
wasn't in the series.
Yeah, that's why Oz had to leave after episode 8. I started getting hives. So, anyways, you asked if Kieran had been, chanting in Celestial recently and if he was connected to Nobelia. And Kieran responded that he had been chanting in Celestial recently, that he did know Nobelia. Nobelia was his patron. And the chanting that you guys have been hearing in your dreams is part of something that not Starlost Kieran and Nobelia are doing to hold the night at bay until you guys can find Martin. He wishes you all to be safe, and you guys proceed forward back towards the temple. Lotus gives Philly the headband of intellect, and Philly remembers some details about Martin's sort of headquarters in the Astral Sea, specifically a place called the Sanctum that only he, Starlost Kieran, and Madame Ikora Tithe, whose first name you guys do know now, were allowed to go. She also recalled that the easiest way to get there was via a teleportation circle. She then tried to draw one out, but Philly is Lotus, and the drawing ability is roughly the same. Arguably, Philly's is probably worse than Lotus's.
Lotus gotten better. She has Archibald.
Yeah, Lotus has
Archibald's good
improved.
for a while.
Philly has not. So Philly is equivalent to like session 1 Lotus.
I love her.
You guys head down towards the final temple, not encountering any monsters or a Sahagin tribe as you go. You are easily able to make your way to the last Leviathan chamber, where you encounter a sort of horrific humanoid Leviathan this time, which speaks to all of you via mimicry. And after a little hit or miss discussion, the same agreement is made between this Leviathan and Annie, and then this Leviathan turns itself into a giant turtle, and takes Annie as a vessel, finally unleashing her autumn form, giving Annie access to all 4 Eldrin forms and all of her emotions back again. You return to the surface one last time, and this turtle wanders off into the ocean to wreak havoc as they do. And you guys begin making your way up towards the ship, a voice asks what you're up to in a very familiar Scottish accent. You all look up to see Delilah on the deck of the ship, and that's where we ended the session. We're going to pick back up with all of you now landing on the deck via your various means of flying or jumping or floating. And yes, immediately you guys see Delilah sort of standing there. She does do a little wave to finally assuage Hush and Lotus, and then just like looks at all of you and so
Yeah.
what fuck was that?
We're maybe letting Leviathans out so they can get us to Martin.
Displays Annie.
Yeah, that's not going to have any long-standing repercussions, I'm sure.
The world ending
why are you
also
doing
will.
jazz hands for the elf?
Look, she's different.
That's what Eldrin do, yeah.
She couldn't do it before.
Oh, late bloomer.
Are we all on the deck of the ship with her?
Yeah.
Oh, Hush runs up and gives a hug. Hug Tex.
Hello. Just pats you on the head again. It's like the little half-committed hug where she just pats you on the head and puts like a hand on your shoulder.
It's a
Yes.
whole long story. She was under a curse, and she
Right,
experienced
okay.
any emotion, you know.
Did not hear
Well,
about what happened to like the whole village.
I did not hear about that. Frankly, I mean this as absolutely no offense, but I don't really give a shite.
Okay.
I mean, does it have to do with like the end of the world that's happening right now and Martin and stuff?
No, it's just an interesting side effect of us being able to help Annie at the same time.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you. Really happy that you can, exist, I suppose. As for the rest of yous, I thought I'd peek in, give you status updates, get status updates, seeing as currently I seem to be the most mobile one of our lovely little task force of not, letting the world end.
Are you feeling better?
I still feel like shite, but I'm feeling better marginally. I can do more magic.
Glad you're feeling better.
Yeah. I currently am sort of spread a bit thin. Normally I keep all of me in Yuboa except one that I send out. But currently, I'm here. I'm in the Westwood. I'm in the Empire. I'm on Twinktania. I'm in Shadestep. I am in Ubua. I am in several places, actually. So, my brain is a little fried processing all of that across such a large distance. So please keep your normal level of shtick to something of a minimum. And tell me if you have any leads on finding Martin.
Okay, so I know you said keep it to a minimum, but no matter how we say this, it's going to sound insane.
Just less words then, please.
We believe Martin is at the beginning and end of everything.
We think.
Someone other than this one talk.
Really?
We'll all give you the same answer.
Fuck. Okay, beginning and end of everything. So he's at a theoretical point of existence.
Correct.
That
awesome.
exists but doesn't exist.
It looks like
More-
this.
I was gonna say, you ever seen this?
No, I've never seen that. That looks like a gold coin that somebody stomped on till it didn't have any sigils on it anymore.
Yeah, this is the beginning of time. This is where everything originated from.
It all begins with a gold coin. Fuck.
Didn't we also say we were gonna go look
Capitalism.
for Kieran?
Yeah, so
Starlost
our
Seas?
next sort of idea is to locate the last Starlost, whose name is Kieran, and get him to sort of fess up about or torture the information out of him of where Martin is, or steal it from his soul. And
That's
then
evil as fuck.
You'll
Hearing
keep
that a
saying
lot
that.
lately.
I'm not exactly sure what that means. But yeah, so doing that, and so we first would need to find where he is.
You got a way to find where he is?
We have scrying.
Okay. That's good.
Billy, does he hang out anywhere?
I don't know. Most of the time he stayed back at the big tree. So I don't know where he went when he was here, if he wasn't doing a job.
And where is the big tree?
The astral plane.
Okay.
Martin denied being there, but maybe he considers the sanctum something else.
Well, maybe Martin's not there. Maybe Kieran is there, but
It could also
Martin
be
is
that the
important.
sanctum is the access point that we need in order to get to whatever theoretical point in existence we need to get to.
true.
Okay, love that. That's great. So, if he's on the element, if he's in the astral sea, you got a way to get there?
Yes. Kind of. I mean, Annie takes us there multiple times a day.
If we technically cut off an astral path before we finish traveling across it, we would just end up in the astral sea.
You know how to do that,
Nope.
Annie. Right. Who might know how to do that?
My stepmother,
Right, and where does she live?
up north.
Tell me fucking where.
Estelgron.
Estelbron. Thank you. That's the one fucking place I'm not sure how to get to.
There's a spell I think that might be able to help.
Yeah.
It's because the way to the astral sea is like opening a portal, right?
Yeah.
And then you go through. And by technicality, that's 2 portals that are being opened. There's a spell called Gate Close. If we close it
that one.
before, if we close it before we go through, we could just end up in the astral sea.
You also could be shunted out somewhere on the material plane or splintered into thousands of theoretical little bits.
Wouldn't that also happen if we closed it again? If we stopped there, can we just be shunted back?
What if we just... Now, this is not I'm not claiming this is a good idea. But what if the astral path jump begins, and then as we're being sent through, we jump off?
And we're just floating in the astral sea.
And we're completely without our ship or any backup.
But
no
it
way
is an
back.
option to get to the astral sea. I'm just
Yeah, I
laying
mean-
out all of our options here.
If you had your ship, you'd probably still have no way back once you get there. So your way back is currently non-existent, regardless of which plan you use to get there. Unless, of course, you use planar shift.
Right. Could you find us a spell scroll of planar shift at
I
Extelgron?
can
when
write
head
you
up
a
there?
spell scroll of planar shift. I was asking if you had a plan because I
Hick
was
from
your
the
backup
other
plan.
side of Hick from the other side of the deck just kind of raises her hand and goes, "I can use it."
Planar shift?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to go take another nap first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
You
Go the
have to
fuck to sleep.
so much.
I'm also missing components for it though.
What components?
Metal rod worth 250 gold, and it's got to be attuned to the plane that we're trying to get to.
More difficult.
It
I get you the rod. You take it through an astral path. We'll see if
strike
that
it
does it.
until strike it when it happens, and then hopefully.
Probably not gonna help. Going through is the closest we're gonna get. Yes, bird girl.
How do you attune things to a plane? Does it have like attunement slots?
No.
What does that mean? What is an attunement slot?
You know how you can only have like a certain number of like really strong magical items on you? Do you think the
God.
world has something like that?
Usually, to attune something to a plane, you need energy or an item from that plane, and then you need it to be in contact with the thing you're attuning for a long period of time.
Doc kind of looks at Archibald.
What?
So theoretically,
I'm from the Westwood.
I'm trying to
Or
remember.
could
I'm trying to remember if
maybe-
Doc was ever told the story of the fact that Archibald was born the same day a piece of the world tree was cut
Yeah,
off.
you've been updated.
Theoretically, Archibald, if you were born because a part of the world tree came off, and that would be why your magic's a little weird.
if-
Would your magic be able to attune it?
maybe that, or maybe even if that's not the case, Annie maybe could use the same sort of magical incantation she uses to do the astral paths. She clearly has some connection to the astral sea, so maybe she can also have some kind of effect on it in attuning it.
You could also open one of those astral paths and then just hold the rod in it and don't go through. And I mean, I don't know. Would that like rip your arms off?
Probably.
Well, all right.
But
that's
Hush
true.
has telekinesis.
Ooh. And all your weird little guys that you can summon, have them hold it for you. If their arms get ripped off, that's they just bring them back.
But they wouldn't like that.
Get us a few rods.
Quasi
We,
wouldn't
we
mind.
might need to experiment.
Quasi.
Quasi
What the fuck
wouldn't
is
mind.
Quasi?
Have him appear.
Is he
Do you
visible?
uninvisible him?
Yeah.
And you just Delilah just fucking
Quasi.
right. Was it great? So current plans: find something from the astral plane to dip a rod in, put it through an astral path, or hold it in an astral path, or just have the weird elf kid cast prestidigitation on it several times until it works.
Pretty much.
Fabulous, wonderful, great.
Gate seal could work.
I'll get you a metal rods. Is there anything else that you need that I can collect for you?
Alora reached out to us and asked if we need any help, so if it's possible that she could help you,
Ooh. Could be good.
She said she was willing to back us up with the entire Stonekeeper Empire.
I don't know what level of good we're on, considering the last time we talked I was biting her people, but...
She offered me a favor. You could just cash in on my behalf.
It's more than happy to take other people's favors. All right, yeah, sure. Wonderful. I'll gather up all of your various rods. Last chance, anything else you need?
We love you.
Some potions of healing, if you could find some of those.
Try my best.
Twink
Currently
is
using a lot of
making-
them because of injured citizens.
That's fair. Twink is making me a cage right now to put Kieran's soul in.
Wonderful.
So
Love that.
that's-
Oh, I know that spell.
Right. Anyone else need
Can
or
you
want
get-
anything?
Is it possible to get another goggles of night like that one?
I'll go see what's available.
Okay.
Requisition it if possible. Yeah.
I would like one more hug.
Yeah, go. Come on. All right.
I'll walk up and
I still-
put a lemon bar in her hand.
What do you do?
Relax a little.
I still think Gates was a good.
I'm gonna go back to the city of Fort Dawn now.
Okay.
Feel free to make your way there. The long way round. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
you.
Oh, before you worry about Twink, he's currently in the Westwood helping Arlashna with various things.
Oh.
That sounds like him.
Hang on. I said don't fuck around and die.
Good advice.
All right. Ta. She just
Good luck.
steps back through the glass sort of portal and is gone.
It kind of crosses her arms and she's like, okay. I guess I have to go take another nap, so do we want me to scry before or after that?
Can you do it now? So then you have
I
sleep for power?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. My thing is, if we could find some way or like organize this such that after we fight Kieran, we immediately go off to finding or to talk to the Leviathans and get us sent there. I feel like that would be beneficial to us, considering the situation with Martin saying once we kill Kieran, that's going to make Martin stronger again, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
But the spell I intend to cast to claim Kieran's soul lasts 8 hours. I can hold on to his soul for 8 hours. So if we could get to Martin in that time frame between killing Kieran and his soul being released, it might hold that power from Martin. What's
Yes,
up, Lotus?
Lotus?
I sleep for 8 hours. What if Kieran's like super strong and messes us up real bad?
No, I know. So that's why I'm saying if we could somehow, like, that is the best case scenario. I'm not saying that's the plan. I'm saying if we could, do so above the table, talk. What is, like, how much, for example, do you, Ray, get back on a short rest?
I get everything back on a short rest except for my one-time innate healing.
Okay. What about everyone else? Like, how
And my
if we were to
spells.
fight Kieran, does anyone else feel comfortable short rest and then going to the final fight? Or would you
I
guys
would
prefer
like
it to
a
long?
short rest.
I would like a long rest because I've been using spells and sending.
Oh, no. I'm saying, like, whenever we do Kieran, like, we can long rest now.
Mm.
But I'm saying, like, we fight Kieran and then to, Martin. So like if we long rest now and fought Kieran, would we feel comfortable going short rest and then booking it to Martin, or would we want to long rest?
That depends
After
on
that.
how much Kieran kicks our ass.
You know, that's true. But like in a if
Keep
we
it-
do
Keep it as
average,
like a best case scenario idea. Like Kieran doesn't
Right.
beat you up too bad. You guys can just short rest. Then you'll go straight to Martin.
Technically,
Otherwise,
no matter
maybe.
what, I'm fine because I can just switch twins.
true.
I'm not. I can't switch twins. I got spell slots.
Okay.
Elf long rest.
Oh, do you not get? Oh, never mind. Oh, elf long rest. You know, that's fair.
I would prefer a long rest at that point because I don't have I don't get a lot of back on short. I get sorcery points back on short rest because of my item, and that's pretty much it.
But you can convert sorcery points to spell slots.
I get 5.
Do you think Vala is a good enough botanist / alchemist to create a potion that would have like you get knocked
long
out like when we eat the seaweed, but then it gives you a long rest?
Give us an accelerated long rest.
Basically. Because in that case, we would only need one. Just for Hush.
True.
Hmm.
I did give her that greenhouse of amazingly rare plants and stuff. Alina,
We joke around. She likes Hush.
The only thing is that it means that I will have to take Doc to the Kieran fight. I can't burn Hick because she'll need a whole long rest.
we could also ask for 2. Like if she makes 2, good. If not, then yeah, more for Hush.
Yeah.
I'll ask Alina to send a message to Vala to see if she can, within the next 8 to 12 hours, concoct a potion or 2 that would essentially give the effect of a long rest, of a full rest of some kind.
Yay! Time to talk to the scarier dragon. Opens her book.
It's the middle scary dragon now after Tiamat.
Sits there, Lena does it all. And she said that sounds like a great challenge, but she'll
Okay.
need a lot of very rare ingredients.
Okay. She
Delilah.
has that
Didn't
greenhouse.
follow up on if she wanted us to get those or
Okay.
Do you think that take longer than a long rest?
Well, the communication is not concurrent. Do we want to tell Delilah to go ask Vala if she can get her anything?
There is a Delilah,
Delilah
on
might explode.
Titania.
Well, but like that's fine if Delilah explodes, but the world might also explode if we don't ask her to do that. So
okay, I'll send to Delilah. We're close to Ybor right now, so we fly to the city of Fort Dawn to get stuff. And ask Delilah when we get there if she talked to Vala and everything's good.
When should I go looking for Kieran?
after we sleep, because we don't want him ambushing us if the scrying like sort of messes up and he notices it immediately and then shows up and kills us.
Okay. Just know that I'll
And
be
then-
burning a lot of powerful magic just to look for him and then to get us back potentially.
Right. I mean, you know, we could always take a nice rest in the astral sea after everything's said and done.
Alina just shaking her head there next to you. Let's all go rest, I guess.
Or do we
For a while.
want to or do we want to take a short rest and then look in on Kieran, and then if he doesn't immediately attack us, then we long rest? I feel like that sounds like a good. How far are we from Yuboa? If I ask Lorelai,
hours.
a few hours. Yeah, we can take a short rest, and then maybe Pulse can get a elf long rest.
I don't
and then
need
we look-
anything.
Oh, okay.
Only use Eldritch Blast in that fight.
Copium.
If we want to do that, and then does that sound good? Sound good for everyone?
Are we?
Okay, short rest on the way to Yuboa. Do some Yuboa stuff. Try on Kieran. See if he comes to try and kill you. If he doesn't, long rest. Then, presumably, whatever follows, potentially going to the astral plane after long rest. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Hey. At the helm, Lorelai, as you guys figure out everything you're doing, it's just like, Great.
Did Alina message Delilah about Vala?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Lorelai at the helm is like, great, I'll set course. Lotus, can you go into my cabin, find wherever Eggold is hiding, and tell him Delilah left?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Well, it's funny if she goes and gets him.
Man, that conversation was rough. I feel so stupid.
Oh, yeah. Philly starts unattuning
No,
from
yeah, you
that.
can keep it if you want to.
No, it's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
We're
want
gonna
you to
get one
keep it
for you
either.
too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where are we gonna? Where are we gonna? Hush was gonna do a thing where we got the circle.
Oh, yeah, I can probably read into your mind and see if I can find the circle.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I get a gold.
Read my mind. Tell me if my brain handwriting is good.
You have to let me into your mind. So this means I need to
That's
go
fine.
deep in. So I'm going to
That's
see a
fine.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for trauma.
There's nothing in there that you don't want me seeing, right? I mean, you're Lotus. You. So I've gotten a lot from them, but just making sure. I don't know really what happened after the whole Starlost thing.
Do you know about that one time early on when we were training and I was still trying to figure the monk stuff out and I tripped and I hit my head and then I kind of cried and Dolus was like, it's okay, and I felt embarrassed.
I know about it now.
Oh no! No.
Don't worry, I'll see it in there. Okay, you have to let me into your head. So just bow. He just puts his hand on, he just puts his hand on Philly's head. Detect thoughts, prying, and since they're letting me, prying as deep as I can. And on the other
Okay.
hand is minor illusion to pull the circle out of it.
Awesome. So, immediately as you sort of dig into Philly's brain, there's a lot going on. You have
There's-
to sift through
There's
various thoughts.
There's a couple things that are flickering in his hand as he's minor illusioning them, and it's like candy, a punch, the random things that are happening as he's just trying to almost
Well,
like
Philly
conduit
doesn't think
style.
about candy. Philly thinks about their you get a lot of flashes of the attacks from the roosts. You get a lot of guilt. There's still a lot of anger that you have to sift through.
Just a red ball that appears.
Little blips of Nyx and Kaeli and Dolus. And eventually you sift through all of that. And you start getting flashes of the astral plane and Kieran and Martin. And eventually you get sort of this room with all of these teleportation circles around it. And there is one in the center that seems to be sort of an arrival. And please make me won't be the best check for this.
Arcana?
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
Damn, I don't have Arcana.
You gotta basically hold your spell steady long enough to.
Oh, I was thinking based on the like trying to copy runes.
Well, he's just projecting it in his hand, so
21.
21? Okay.
16 plus 5. I think that's 21. Yeah, 21.
It is.
Yeah. So you guys watch various little images flickering in Hush's palm until eventually like a Star Wars hologram kind of appears of a circle that just fills out one rune at a time as Hush looks at them. And then finally just one last rune in the center appears. And then Hush, you got it.
He like
Alina,
pulls his
write that
hand
down.
off. He pulls his hand off. He's like, oh boy. There's a lot in there.
That felt weird.
Hush like takes because I can minor illusion it. Oh, 5 foot. Hush takes like the little circle, and it like, and he goes and he sets it and he pushes it down.
Tony
to the ground.
Stark, vomit bigger.
Yeah, and it goes and it sets itself on the ground.
Alina, as you start to set it on the ground, it's like, it's raining out here. Put it. Let's go downstairs. I'll just draw it on the floor.
Whoa.
Okay, go. Before you lose it, she just like rushes after you, Hush. You go downstairs.
I'm going.
Go as fast as your little legs will carry you. Follows you down the stairs.
Okay.
No, that's so fast.
You weren't specific. Actually, you were too specific.
You guys run down to the cargo hold and across from the teleportation circle to Twink Tanya. She pulls out the same chalk and draws out a very well done sort of outline of that teleportation circle that you ripped out of Philly's head.
I just had an idea.
Yeah.
I could minor illusion something onto a piece of paper and then trace it and draw it like that.
Okay. But then you wouldn't really get any better at drawing. You'd just always be tracing.
But I could be such a good artist.
Okay.
Unless that's not art.
I don't know. It's kind of just tracing.
But it's coming from my head.
Yeah, but it's also like, imagine if somebody else painted a portrait and it was a portrait of something real and then you put paper over it and you traced it. Like,
But what
it's
if
basically
I-
that, but your brain is the painter. This still is weird. This is hard to correlate.
Yeah,
It's
Welcome
not
to
like you can
AI
do
art.
drawing.
Ah,
I don't
Well,
think it's
you
quite
s-
the same.
no, I don't
But
think. Are you
it's-
calling me an
Yeah,
AI?
I
It's
understand
damn
the
close.
bit, though. It's more like taking a picture with a camera and then tracing it.
Yeah, there
Has
you go.
been An artificial intelligence this entire time.
Damn.
Damn
I
close.
mean, he literally has artificial intelligence. He had a band, an artificial band implanted into him.
It's
Ah,
it's
shit.
AI. The A stands for Agrahil.
Agrahil intelligence.
Yo. All right. What are you guys gonna do for the next few hours on your way to the city of Fort Dawn?
I get eggled.
You do get eggled. You find him currently as you go through Lorelai's room, like eggled. You like open the door of the bathroom and he is just chilling, like his feet up on like Lorelai's toilet seat as he just lays there on the floor and he's just like,
Hi, Lorelai's calling for you. Delilah's gone. I
Oh, okay.
pick him up
You don't
by
have
his
to.
arm.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to. You're just like dragging him away.
Yeah,
like,
I start
I
dragging.
can walk. My feet work fine, Lotus.
No.
Lotus, why are you doing this? You just drag him through Lorelai's cabin. He doesn't
that fucking
fight,
circlet
right?
on her.
Despite him saying no and being like, you don't have to, he does not fight against you as you drag him to the door. And then he's just like, wait, and you feel him actually like pull. He's like, don't actually drag me out there in front of Lorelai.
But it'll be funny.
Yeah, for you, it'd be embarrassing for me. Let me stand up.
Exactly, I opened the door
No,
with my
no.
foot.
He's like struggling a bit as you pull him out now. Lorelai just turns back and he freezes.
I got him.
Just like, this is what it looks like, yeah. Alright, fine, I'm up. What are we doing?
That away.
Looks out into the darkness that stretches to the horizon. Just... Right.
Uh-huh.
Are we sure it's that way?
It's that
You're
away.
not wearing your headband.
Yeah, what of it?
It just explains this delay.
Does it? They have for another hour.
You just pull you in a little hug.
Oh, okay.
Archibald, who was standing there, is like, that way.
Oh, I was close. I was.
It's okay.
You get the
can't
point.
see anything right now.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah. Eagle goes up, starts fucking with all of the various levers, talking to Archibald as Lorelai helps. Hickory goes to sleep again.
Yep. Doc,
Getting short
knowing that
rest.
he's got to chill for a bit, kind of lays up with Aldrich and kind of talks near Hickory, knowing that she's still got to sleep, and he's just talking about how he hopes that Mom and Elsie are okay, and knows that Iceholm isn't really deeply involved with this, but knows that regardless, things are probably very weird there right now.
As you guys are talking and everything, and yeah, okay.
Wait, why is Hickory going to sleep? We're just taking a short rest, right?
Yeah.
She needs to get planar shift.
Well, right, but we're gonna scry first. We're gonna take a short rest, scry on Kieran, and then if he doesn't come to kill us immediately, then we take a long rest.
Okay, well then he's talking with
Okay.
Hick too about how he hopes his
Hick.
mom and
The twins are talking about home nostalgia, their exile.
they're not talking about their exile. They just hope their family and the people they care about are okay.
That's fair.
And the not people that they care about, like M6 and Dot.
There you go. You guys are doing the whole thing. Dolos, what are you up to for this short rest?
Fine. I don't know. I'm just
Resting.
chilling. Like thinking about everything. Thinking about our options, our plans, what is to come, and like just sort of a lot of introspection and a bit of, how should I say, there's a bit of this short rest of Dolus considering himself and everything that he has been through on this journey so far. And then there's also a part of him that sort of watches the people on the ship, watches his friends, and thinks about them and whether or not they are all ready for what he believes is what not what he believes is, what is the end of the world and what will come of that. And I think I'll spend most of the rest by the teleportation circle in case Twink or anyone throws a small silver cage through or it gets delivered in. But yeah, that's
All
me.
right.
Do I get a small silver cage?
You do not get one yet. No.
Okay.
Annie, what about you?
Does anyone look
You-
stressed on the ship? What's up?
I was gonna say, if you start trancing straight away, you can probably get a long rest, but I don't think you care right now. So, just making sure to remind you.
What changes the season? I forgot what you mentioned. Like, was it a short rest or a long rest?
Shorter long rest changes season.
All right, we'll probably start off then by like just gathering everyone who's stressed and get like a meditation circle going on while I'm in autumn.
Well, that's everybody. So you gather. Let's see. Roll a persuasion check for me, and we'll see how many
Anybody
NPCs
who's
you get.
stressed,
I'm
you
good at
know, during
those.
the end of the world.
29.
Oh my god. All right, fun. At one point in long rest, who would go to the top deck at any point during this rest? Dolus, you said you were walking around looking at people and all
I
your
was
various
at
friends.
some point before I
Yeah,
chose
Dolus, at one
to
point you come up
leave.
to the top deck, and Annie is standing almost cult leader-esque over several crew members sitting crisscross applesauce. It's Frankie and Felix, Nori, Tassity, Runner, Lachlan. You got Lurik hanging out with you there.
Is Girder up there?
Yeah, Girder and Peter are both up there.
Who the hell is Girder? Like the Pokemon?
The mute one.
Yeah.
Oh.
The,
Yes.
the other person on the ship who's mute.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. There's too many people on this fucking boat.
There's a reason I don't mention them most of the time. I don't want to hurt Kay's brain.
Is that fucking rabbit up there? I remember
He
his
said
name.
the rabbit.
Yeah,
right?
Lurik. That's the rabbit.
I don't remember his name.
That's not who I thought the rabbit was. We'll move on though. What's happening? So they're in a group.
Yeah, Annie is currently leading meditation.
Leading meditation.
Yeah.
Okay. I step over, and I'm like behind the crowd, and like I look at Annie. I'm just like,
All right, I know you're all stressed, but all you need to do is focus on your breathing. Relax. Deep breaths in. Arms up. And let it out.
Lachlan does the
second
like
wind.
let it out and lowers his arms, and his arm like comes down on like 3 people's heads, and he's like, sorry.
I do it. I play along, and then I second wind, and I gain back my lost hit points. Okay. Is that it? Is it
Just
just like
keep telling-
calm? Like Annie's directing fucking Tai Chi, like on the fucking
Yeah,
top there.
basically.
She's directing Tai Chi, and then she'll like eventually be like, "Tell me about your problem."
I want to
What
hear
do
about
you-
some problems.
What are you
Who's-
thinking about right now? And just anyone want to volunteer?
Lachlan raises his hand.
I was a fisherman before this.
And now I'm here with a crew trying to stop the end of the world. I think when all is said and done, I want to be a fisherman again.
You feel like
Because
you've
right now, I am used for my large frame and big muscles to move things, and I understand that's a needed part of this system. But I just want to sit and toss nets into the water.
you feel like your life purpose has been discovered through this journey.
Well, it was discovered before, but I think it just would have been reaffirmed.
And sometimes we need that. Proud of you.
Thank you.
I start clapping.
Circle.
As other people like say the things they're stressed about, I get a plate and I like put a bunch of lemon bars on it, and I walk around and offer some to people. Calm them down further.
Oh my god, it's wonderful.
Does this go on long enough that I like naturally get a short rest?
Yeah, you could totally get a short. This is gonna take up a while. Everybody's talking about their feelings now.
I'll eventually like mid conversation just change to spring.
I changed the summer. Fuck your stupid problems.
Changes the winter.
Actually,
I have worse
No,
problems.
no. I would actually change the winter because I'm like
You're
I'm
sad.
resonating with them.
Oh.
Aw.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he's changing to spring right now just because he knows we all fear spring.
He's gonna fuck with him.
I thought about it.
Annie, eventually you just slowly shift to winter. Dolus, at one point you kind of glance over to Annie and you see her skin turning blue, and you're like, oh, what's happening? And then her hair kind of just falls back out long.
Well,
Just
everyone, group
You know, I never got
charming
to mourn my parents.
is over. Oh, okay.
I never
mourn him
knew
now?
my father.
Yeah, just runner. Just, do you want to mourn him now?
My dad just kind of melted into the ground, and my mother's was on fire. Ugh. Burning.
I hand Annie some of the lemon bars.
You see Frankie and Felix whisper something to each other, and then Frankie's just like, which one went first?
They went
For
at the
the
same
sake
time.
of your coping.
I turn around like kind of offendedly. Flint, this is not the time that has these kinds of questions.
I don't know who that is.
Flint.
I just, if she's trying to cope and she hasn't done it in a long time, she'd go one at a time. So let's start with the first one.
But they went at the same time.
All right, gives.
But my father's
Felix
death was
$5.
slower.
Say bet on it. What the fuck?
As well as you say $5 in this completely metal-based currency.
He gives him five.
I
Yeah, gives him 5 gold.
refuse to learn their names now. I mean, I know them, but Dolus refuses to learn their names now.
They killed people.
I love how you sounded when you were like, they bet on it. That was so real.
Fuck
Never
Annie.
once has it been established that Frankie and Felix are good people.
Fuck you, fucking Flint and Garfunkel.
Garfunkel? That's not even an F name.
It has an F in it.
It's the Funkle.
Yeah.
Flint and Funkle.
Funkle.
Gar and Funkle.
What's a human short rest again? 4 hours?
An
So
hour.
One
the
hour.
rest is an hour.
1 hour? Okay.
That's a short rest for you, also. It's just
Yeah.
1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a goblin long rest? Short rest.
The
Goblin
goblin
nuts.
long rest is 16 hours. 'Cause they're smart.
The goblin over there just fucking coping.
They're cats. They have to sleep for 16 hours a day.
And eat double their body weight.
Yeah, they just get up and fucking destroy things for like 4 hours. And then
I thought the joke ended, so I took a sip of tea and then came in and funny.
4 hours and then just 16 hours.
My lord.
And it's like a harsh 4 hours, 16 hours. Once they cross the 4 hour line, they just face plant. Like they're done. They're gone.
They also poop cubes. They're like wombats.
That's, we're making this is all canon in Star
Yeah,
Wars.
this-
lore.
all of this is canon.
What about the last 4 hours? Because you said 16 hours and 4 hours. What about
They
the
don't
last
exist.
4?
Yeah, they
They become
Unless you're
despawn
a
for
20-hour
4
day,
hours.
then you realize.
they purely go into a super state. They both exist and don't at the same time.
There's Schrodinger's goblin.
Yeah.
That fugue state where they exist and don't, that's when you roll to see if you encounter the goblins. If
Yeah.
you roll too low,
But
then
when
they
that-
exist again.
When that 4-hour line is crossed, you hear them go, ah! Like, they fade out of existence.
No, it's
for
not like
second.
it's like a.
Yeah.
it's the Ash baby again.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, the world's ending.
We're so close to the end of the campaign, and we're only getting more unhinged.
Because we're still stupid!
the hinges are off.
Annie,
We get to you, Bull.
the group does help you work through your various emotions. Give you one moment. Okay, Tassity and Felix help you the most. They sit with you and they talk about your feelings
Felix?
while everybody else sort of does this. Yeah, Felix.
Who just bet
You got the
on it.
$5 if you feel like you might as well help. Yeah.
Did I
Yeah,
see that
paid
go
him.
down?
Through your
No,
tears.
you were crying.
Okay. I was gonna steal from them.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Um,
You can just do that.
Yeah, you could just.
I don't have a
Lotus,
reason to
you
anymore.
and Philly spend the short rest talking.
We talk. Unless Hush wants to hang out too.
Hush would like to hang out.
Okay.
Nothing in particular. Would just like to hang out, play catch.
Okay. And play catch. I think they talk about feelings for a little bit. Because Lotus and Philly has been talking about feelings and emotions. A lot of like Lotus helping Philly work through a few things.
Hush is great with
Yeah,
this because
during
he
your
was
rest.
just in Philly's head.
Yeah. So
Oh, there you go.
they do that for a bit, and then we can play hide and seek.
Perfect.
After the
Roll.
twins kind of talk for a little bit about their family and hoping that they're all okay and everything, Doc will start to question Hickory about Nori because he hasn't had a time to properly give her a problem about that. And then
Hickory's kind
Dude, I did.
You were in my head 3 days ago.
Okay.
yeah,
No shot.
no.
Hold up, but you still might be able to beat me.
and I was gonna say like toward the end of everything, they are gonna look deeper into the last second, see if they can figure out any sort of residual energy for it, dig deep and see if they remember seeing it, how the fuck it showed up, and why they seem to still have access to time, given the fact that Hickory's legend lore still functioned like when Meridian was active.
Hey, Noah, you. Real quick, let's resolve the hide and seek. Hush got a 20.
So I was gonna bolster this up of like, okay, I got 2 lotuses. Hush is going to go as hard as he can with this. So I also bolster knack it, and it's not a nat 20, obviously, but it is a max roll on my bolster knack,
Okay.
26.
which is the highest stealth check that I can ever roll, which is fuck, it's 20,
If you have to think about it, you definitely beat me.
30.
I
I'm like, why are you struggling? It's 20 plus 6.
so I rolled a 16. I have a
No,
plus
wait.
14.
It's
I'm
40.
fucking dumb. 40.
Oh, 40. Yeah, there's no way I
40.
can hit 40.
I was
I
about to
said 30.
say.
It was like plus 50.
I was like,
Hush rolled on his stealth check a 40.
God damn.
Hush ceases to
Billy?
exist.
Billy rolled very low. With
But
her
still enough.
modifier.
I'm
You got an
shaking.
11.
I rolled max on 2 dice.
I got a 30.
Yeah.
Which
you
I mean,
guys go
like,
through
is
your various
good.
rounds.
Just not.
Yeah, you go through your rounds of hide and seek.
This is like a military stealth op. Like they're so
Yeah.
good at hide and seek that
I
it
was
is
gonna
like
say,
it is militant.
the first round happens. It's Hush looking for both the birds. Finds Philly pretty quickly, actually. She basically just flew behind one of the like where the masts used to be, and now they're just like the wooden anchors for the ropes, and you could still see her wings like peeking out of the sides. So it was easy. Lotus took you a while, but you found her. And when it was Lotus's turn, you found Philly very quickly again. This time she just flew up to the balloon and like held on, but was not like hidden otherwise. You could not find Hush.
Nobody can.
No,
Hush.
God himself can't find Hush right
That is
now.
the
I
highest.
don't know where Hush is.
I think that is genuinely the highest I have ever. Man, that is the highest I have ever rolled on a skill check.
How does it feel rolling a 40 as somebody who's
Oh,
never
it's
used-
so cool!
Oh,
I have never rolled that high. I
What
am
if Hush
fucking.
is just standing really, really still?
He's unlocked.
He's hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a 2D. He's a 2D object. So if you look at him like this, it's just invisible.
Yeah, I think eventually Lotus just like, Hush, Hush, did you fall?
Remember the goblin super state? That is what Hush is in right now.
Hush enters Schrodinger's goblin.
It's just like Hush, where are you? And the Hush is just like, "Boink, boink. Hi.
I knew where
I've been
he was
missing.
the whole time. Philly says, lying.
I don't think a single person saw me once.
No, where were you?
Around.
Gone.
I thought you fell off the ship because I looked everywhere.
I considered it. I was pretty much everywhere. I went around everywhere. I was just always out of your line of sight.
Oh, you were moving.
Yeah, I was moving.
You-
I was always out of everyone's line of sight.
Dang. You need to teach
Oh.
me how to do that.
Then, Nick and Doc, just roll me in 20.
Please, God.
I think after hide and seek, they'll probably hang around Raiden or Dolus.
17.
17.
Yeah.
You do remember seeing it among the various hands of time that were on the clock when you encountered it. But you don't know how it could have gotten to you, and it still has the same feeling as the hour and the moment did when you hold it. You still have that strange tingling sensation you had. You summon it like normal. You had to, like you did before. Like, it seems, by all accounts, just like any other hand of time. And presumably still has some sort of connection to time and Meridian, but you don't know how or when, ironically.
Or why.
You definitely don't know why.
Yep. I mean, close enough. As far as when Hick was using her magic, like her legend lore, I believe I've asked this before, but did it feel like her magic was being sourced like it was with Meridian, or did it feel different?
It didn't feel any different, but it didn't feel any different when you went from Bahamut to Meridian.
Fair enough. All right.
Like, you can't tell
Okay.
where you're sourcing from.
I mean, that's as deep as they could really look into it. Trying to figure some stuff out before they don't have time to anymore, ironically.
Okay. You guys all arrive. The city of Fort Dawn. Your arrival is heralded by the appearance of lights in the distance on the horizon, which is amazing as a sight to see. To finally see something. And the city is lit up. Like every single building has something. Torches or lights on in the windows. You see, it looks like they might have some bonfires going out in big city squares. Also, now that you guys have something to sort of compare the ocean to, as there's a landmass, and you haven't seen one in a day and a half now, 2 days, not since you guys briefly saw Shade Step. With the plains sort of collapsing, it has gotten far more chaotic. All those big rogue waves you guys were seeing out in the middle of the ocean, now that you guys are up against a coast and they are turning into proper swells, they are huge. The entire docks of the city of Fort Dawn are gone. They have been destroyed by rogue waves and tsunamis. Luckily, the city is built up high on the cliffs, So a majority of the city itself is fine, but presuming this all ends with peace, they will have to rebuild the entire lower quarter of the city. The water gets high, and it's violent, especially against the coast. There also, as you guys sort of look out, there do seem to be wildfires happening out beyond the city, just out in the distance. There are just big expanses of flame that you can see, and you can tell that there are big columns of smoke coming up, not because you can see them in the sky, but just because of the way they dim the flames themselves. And then the wildest out of all of it, sort of familiar to all of you thanks to Twinktania at this point, there are just chunks of rock that are floating up in the air in a few places. Parts of the city have sort of ripped away. Not anything quite so dramatic as Twinktania or, Sanctuary. It's definitely not that dramatic, but there is definitely some mild chaos happening, to put it lightly.
Seeing how bad it's gotten, I'll give back Nyx's power.
Okay. Billy gives you back the headband, by the way, during the short rest, so you would have had enough time to attune. So feel free to put that back on.
I'm smart again!
Lorelei asks you guys if you have any opinion on where she should land the airship. If you don't, she's just going to take it to the biggest open part of the city she can find.
Might just be our best bet at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna get attacked again, right? I mean, Delilah knows.
They know
She told
we're
us-
coming.
Yeah.
Also, they can't see us in the sky right now. So we're really close. And then they just see lights in the sky.
And then maybe they'll recognize our ship from the last time they attacked us and then stopped attacking us.
Yeah. Remember when I caught that big thingy? That was awesome. Billy! I start telling Billy
Tell her
about
the
it.
story. You tell her the story as you guys fly over the city. You are not attacked. No one attempts to shoot you down. There's not any issues. You guys do hear some horns go off once you guys pass over some guard towers that give you the idea that they know you're there. And you lower in a square. It's very familiar to all of you. It's the big square out in front of the church. The same one where you guys fought Starlost Seas and eventually freed Noxus. And so it's lower down. The church is still fucked up. It hasn't even been completely repaired from the Martin and Delilah fight. So as you guys come down, it just adds that extra little spice to the apocalypse to land in front of a partially demolished church. You guys all come down. People kind of start coming up to the airship immediately, like as the anchor comes down and then the ladder rolls down. You guys hear just a bunch of shouting from below. There's people asking for help. There's people asking you what's going on. There you hear a lot of stuff about the finest and then this and that. It seems like you guys being heroes makes this sort of a everybody looking to you for answers kind of moment. And there are definitely like hundreds of people down in the plaza.
I think-
Should we?
Given the circumstance, it would be kind of something to where Doc's kind of up front, and he's trying his best to kind of murmur answers as he goes. He's just like, "We're working on it. We're doing our best."
Oh, do you go down into the crowd?
Yeah, we've got places to be and not a lot of time to get there. So, crowd or not, we gotta go.
Okay, cool. Make me a strength check to push your way through this crowd. A lot of people, and they're not gonna get out of your way just from half answers.
I don't want to get violent though. That's why I'm like, is strength really the stat I want to use here?
Okay. I mean, that's however you want to play it. You can't walk through this crowd without shoving your way through. They're
Yeah.
not gonna let you through.
Telekinetic shove.
Do I see Doc like struggling to get through?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Doc has to go down via the rope, so he's probably the slowest
Okay.
out of all of us.
Well, can I instead grab Doc with my talons and pick him up, and then I'll just, as I'm flying over, just... People of the city of Fort Dawn, we are working on it! And then I just keep flying.
Okay.
Sucks, Stolas.
I'm being carried.
Guys fly off to the castle. As you arrive at the castle, I assume you're just gonna fly straight in since you're already flying instead of going through the front gate.
Did that quell any of the city's yelling and mob
It
mentality?
Didn't really seem like it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
Wasn't
something
too
to where
convincing.
when you picked Doc up, he was trying his best to just like weave through and be like, "We're working on it. I promise."
Oh,
We're
you were
trying to
not
find the right
being
way.
that. You were not
Oh,
weaving
I know. He's
anywhere.
absolute, but I'm saying like he's trying to navigate through when you pick him up, and so he is just crushed by the time that you pick him up, and he's just like, "The fuck do we do?"
Our best.
Right.
I hope that's enough.
Do you want to
We
touch
can
him?
only hope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alina
Shove some of
sharing
those
your
people
broom
out
with
of
you,
your way.
just like, oh.
Oh, did I get some? I'm so sorry.
No, you didn't get it on me. It was just
Oh,
for you.
okay.
It's just projectile.
Oh.
It was so wet.
Oh, cold. Probably.
I think if you got it on me, it would have frozen immediately, which is somehow worse.
But then you can just peel it right off.
I don't want to think about this anymore. You
That's
guys land-
gross.
You guys land in the courtyard.
Doc, I could have
Ah.
just started pushing people out of your way.
We
You
don't
could've
want
done
to
that
do
too.
that. They're
We have a job to do, so they're in our way. We're helping.
that
them,
doesn't
so
matter, Hush. They're scared.
They're not gonna die from you pushing them.
Yeah, but they're
don't-
looking to us to be helpful, to give them some sort of semblance of hope.
Yeah,
The world is ending. I get it that we've got a job to do, but that doesn't mean that we have to get cruel with people who are scared.
I think it's the same amount of cruelty if you push through them or just leave them hanging. So I don't know.
I didn't want to use force.
I wasn't a front to it. We gotta go somewhere, so doesn't mean much to me.
As you guys sat down in the courtyard, two people run up to see you. Marcos and Timn.
Hi.
They are in their full armor, plus some extra padding that you guys only saw when they came along with you for the attack in the mountains at Agra Hills Amber. They are like fully kitted out for operations as they come up to you and just to see you.
For some reason, I could have sworn one of them died in the ambush on Matthias.
I also thought one of them died.
You didn't know. Now
Oh,
you
okay.
know that they're both alive.
They're alive. Let's go.
I left it up in the air. I implied that Marcos died, and then you all went, no! But yeah, so you're just like,
Hi.
we were told to expect you.
But you're okay.
Been trying. Been a hectic few days, I think.
Yeah.
Keeping track of time is proving more difficult by the moment.
There's this shop. What, did you get it at Fort Dawn? Billis? Did you get your clock in Fort Dawn?
Yeah.
There's this shop here that sells clocks, and they still work perfectly fine.
I think we know which shop you're talking about. He sold all of his clocks.
Let's go! It finally came back. His investment wasn't in vain.
Luckily, whoever bought them throughout the city is using them to turn the sky clear.
That's good.
Presumably keep track of the time.
I'm glad his investment was not in vain. He got to sell all of them.
Good thing we got one.
Unfortunately, the castle did not attain one, so we can't exactly keep track of how things are happening.
Oh. Oh.
It's all right. How have your journeys been?
Rough.
Fine.
But where is Twink, the small one?
Last we heard, he's in the Westwood helping Arlashta.
As long as he is well.
Yeah.
If you would like, Delilah is working in her office, but another is working down in the war room. Either should be able to talk to you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cryo, where the fuck is Fairmont?
Last you were aware, he was here in the city of
Okay,
Fort Dunn.
I thought so.
I thought Fairmont was setting up toilets.
Fairmont he came with you guys here to the city of Fort Dawn, and then you went to
did the engine.
Dragonlost, and he didn't come with you.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, the engine.
Yeah, because he was there when you guys made your engine made stuff, and then you went straight for Dragonlost.
Yeah.
He's still here, presumably.
Do we want to go to the war room, Delilah, or the office, Delilah?
Maybe War Room, since there's more place to plan.
Yeah.
Or
Delilah.
You guys go to the war room. You step in. As you come in, Doc, you've seen the war room before because you saw it when Matthias was planning his trip north and everything. But for most of you, this is a room you've like walked past, but you haven't really hung out in here. So it is fully mobilized now, though. There are mages. There are a bunch of soldiers coming in and out. People in various gear. And at the head of the table is Delilah and Lord Drenus.
Hi.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Hugs.
Yeah, come on, bring it in.
Hug tax.
All right, you go. Which one are you hugging, Hush? Drenus or Delilah?
Delilah first, then Drenus.
All right, you come up to hug Delilah. She's like, as you come to hug her, she kind of has a 1,000-yard stare, and you hug her, and it's like she snaps back. And she's just like, "Oh, Hush, hi, sorry, I was paying attention someplace else for a second. Hello.
I'm here to collect your tax.
You collected the tax like 2 hours ago.
That was a different you.
Well, shit."
Taxes are evil.
Renus is like, how's the ongoing night treating you?
It's dark.
Hanging in there.
Perfect. Love it.
To
Wonderful.
turn on my
Same
hybrids
here.
a lot.
Only took about, I don't know, 6 hours before the city started going crazy. And then by the time the sun should have come up, everything was really fantastic. That was presumably 2 days ago, almost 3 now. So, been a great time.
what time is it right now? If I check the clock.
If you check the clock, right now it is late in the evening. So it would be 9 o'clock probably.
Okay. I hope everything is well for you and yours, Lord Drenus.
Well, it's hit or miss, a little worried about, the family, given the state of the world, but I also have to be king temporarily, so can't do much about that.
Do we
Real quick.
remember? Oh no, they're you, Ray.
Did Philly and Raiden come with us?
Good question. What do you have asked?
Yeah, I would have asked if Philly and Raiden wanted to come with, since they came with for the temple.
Then they would have been fine.
Okay. Then yeah, it would be here then.
Okay. So they are there with you.
I imagine Philly's like behind Lotus, since this is like all new to her. Also, Yupwa, where Lotus wanted to come to live all
Mhm.
those months ago. So
Well,
Any updates, Delilah, on things we talked about a few hours ago?
let me ask your dragon. Just sits there. Drenus, you can see he like blinks a bit when it's she's like, I'll ask your dragon. He does not ask. He doesn't. He just sits there and is like. Delilah is quiet for like 30 seconds. You see her start to space out again. And then she finally is just like, She's trying to gather more ingredients from a few other places. Says if she can make it, then it should be made in the next 12 hours.
great. Well,
She wants me to emphasize the can. Or the if.
Okay.
Wants me to emphasize the if. I'm sorry, I'm struggling.
So, and did we say? Did she say that like when we get to Fort Dawn, she might have like stuff we asked for and stuff?
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
stuff ready for you. So
That's
After
more what I
she-
was asking about than.
in this
uh,
case, I think it would be a situation where both twins came off the ship just because they're kind of needed
You know.
independently.
got it. Yeah, Delilah's like, all right, I've got your metal rods. I started gathering them up. Some of them are in storage. I can have a soldier get them for you, meet you out in the courtyard. As far as the scroll planar shift goes, there's a me currently up in the office drawing up another one right now, so that should be fine.
Okay.
You need gate close. You gonna try that one? Should I get one of those together?
If planar shift works, I don't think we'd need the gate.
For the record, with gate closed, we could take the whole ship with us. With planar shift, I can only take 8 people.
Warning to the wise, though, if you take your whole ship with you, you might not be able to bring it back.
True.
If your
How
plan is to
many-
take an astral path and then cut it off in the mid, there's no astral path to bring you back.
Right.
How many people can you take with a planar shift?
8.
8 people total, including yourself, or without you?
Let me double check. Think that's
Like, is it
including yourself?
is it you and up to 8 people, or is
I'm
it?
working
It is you
on it.
and up to 8, so it's
Yeah,
9.
so 9 total.
Okay, so me, you, Doc, Lotus, Hush, Annie, Twink. 2 more. We could bring 2 people with us.
Who's
Well,
the
we bring the
you
whole-
and the me you?
Me, Hickory.
Hickory
So
dog.
If Alina is able to learn the spell as well, we could take a total of 18. And honestly, when facing the end of the world, it feels like there's power in numbers.
it's
I
true.
feel like we should definitely bring these two. They're really strong.
Yeah.
Referring to
Yeah.
Philly and
Philly
Raven.
and Raiden could be if we only bring the 9. I feel like Philly and Raiden could be our +2. And then if Alina's able to copy the spell or be able to use it Then we could also bring, Lorelei. If she would want to come, Vala. We could maybe convince.
Would Pietro want to come?
I don't know. I don't know. Pietro just doesn't.
Dolus immediately no longer being interested in bringing
Yeah.
people. Just maybe we don't need to bring
Yeah.
other people. Actually,
What was Pietro up to on the ship, anyways?
Yeah, with Pietro.
every time you've seen Pietro, he's kind of just been around interacting with people.
We-
No one's asked him to come with specifically, so
Yeah,
he's been hanging out.
I complained about there being too many people on the ship, and Pietro's sitting there twiddling his fingers. There's no boards.
There's
on
so
the
many
furniture.
people here, Pietro Hut, sitting in the corner, unnoticed. Just yes, there are. I can get rid of some of them.
There's no boars. He doesn't have food. Like, guys, he's gonna kill someone, bro. I hate this guy.
Regardless, it'll definitely be helpful to have Raiden, because it wouldn't be the first time he's dealt with this shit.
And Philly's super strong and has been there in the astral plane.
Yeah, sure. All right, little wizard girl, go to the office, get the scrolls, put one in your book. No, shoot. It's just like, okay, goodbye, and runs off. As for the rest of you, you want to start trying fucking around with the rods now, or are you all gonna rest and then do it?
Maybe
We
can see
rested on the way here.
We've
if
got
Kieran
some
is
distance.
even on this plane or in the astral plane, because then you're...
I need Dolus's mirror before I can check anything.
Oh, okay.
And I would rather have the cage ready before we try and get his attention or look in on him. So, Delilah, can I ask you a small, very small favor? It's very, very, very minute, very small amount of your power, and could you just ask Twink if he knows when that little cage will be ready?
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Not you. I'm sorry. I'm spread so thin. I'm mixing up mouths. Okay. He said to ask Huon, who's on Twingtania. I said, I don't know who the fuck that is. He said, it's the little gnome. I said, you're the little gnome. He said, fuck you. I said, fuck you, but it was to you, which I didn't mean to do. Then I went and found the other little gnome on Twingtania, and she said, oh shit, I forgot. And apparently she'll be here in a second. She'll be on your
Here?
ship in a second. She said she's going to use
Oh.
the teleport circle.
Okay.
Somewhere off screen, the teleport circle opens on the ship for a second, and a cage gets thrown out, and then Huon closes it.
We just have a
Alright.
crash pad set up by the teleport circle now.
Harmon.
Philly, you are very fast. You're faster than us. Do you think you could just run to the ship,
She just-
grab that cage that's on the near that teleport circle, and come back
Yeah,
now?
yeah. And turns, just runs.
I think she's like, yeah, now, already done.
Yeah. You want to see me do it
Now,
again?
yeah, now.
It was just the after
do.
image you were talking to.
The plume of smoke.
Yeah, she was already out of the room. She was,
Yay!
yeah, so she
Good
runs
job.
off.
Well then,
She does. She will return in a few minutes with your cage.
Okay.
I was like, all right, fantastic. I am currently in close relation to lots of people. Do you need messages with anybody, please?
What's Twink doing?
Link is currently talking to our Lashna about, I don't know, something with a ring and keeping life. I don't know. He's very secretive about it, but not in like a secret way, just in like a fuck you, I'm not gonna tell you way. Like he's not. It's not like he's trying to keep a secret. He's just not open talking.
Okay. Where are other parts of you?
I have one now that's currently in Altairi. Haven't gotten to the Hold Masters yet. She's currently in mid tier on her way to the lift.
Okay.
She is out of teleports for the day, so she is walking.
I'm sure that Fagin is sprinting.
I don't know who that is. Oh, I do know who that is. That's the little shite. Okay,
Yeah.
that's Matthias's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a bad influence.
Do you think Atronon's still around?
Sure.
Perry?
Oh, you meant like alive? I'm like, I think so.
You think Atronon's still alive?
I hope
I think
so.
Astronaut died. You think he died off screen in the last 2 weeks since we saw him?
No.
He did now.
I'm like, you'd be surprised. No.
Probably check
But
on
yeah,
Nolly too.
I'm sure we can check on all of them, but for right now, we need to focus on the fact that we have a Starlost to hunt. I'm sure Delilah
Okay,
can keep
cool.
track of all the people that she's around
I'm struggling a bit with that exact thing, but yeah, sure.
until she has an aneurysm.
I'm just trying to think who else we can contact around the world that could help us out in their own way.
You actually points at Annie. I need you to point on a map where Estelgron is, because I don't know how to fucking get there. Or tell me how to open an astral path, my damn self, and I'll just go.
So, where's a map?
She pulls one out.
So, this would be the nearest one that would take us there for the astral path. And this is where it is.
Is she saying this through tears?
No.
She can rein
That's
in
sad
her
at the
feelings now.
Yeah. Lila sits there for a second. She's like, okay, it's there. Mountainy area.
Wait,
Up
what'd
in
you
the
say?
mountains. Okay. Alright, one of me might die of frostbite, but fuck it. And she sits there a second, and she's like, yay, another me on another continent. I love this feeling. What about you? Looks at the twins. You want to point out where Ice Home is? You can go fuck around there, see what's going on with them. That's a joke. Do not.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
I just hope everything's alright there, but it'll be alright if we can get this done.
Send a normal sending.
Yep. Where the
Alright.
fuck is Philly?
I think that's it. Did she get any of the other things we talked about, like the potions? Did she get any of those?
Presumably whatever supplies she got for you are all stashed in one place for you. So
okay.
when you guys head out to look at the rods, you'll see all that she got.
Okay, let's go do that.
As you guys head out there, Tim ran out to get everything ready for you. And so there is a stack of half a dozen metal rods worth anywhere between 250 and 500 gold. There is a little brown pouch with which, once you peek into it, has 2 diamonds, both worth upwards of 500 gold. There is a fun little box that, as you open it, has 4 potions of healing and 1 potion of superior healing.
Okay.
And that is it.
Right. Thank you, Cryo, for giving us the diamonds, even though we didn't ask for them.
Ironically, I still had to.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
that means we
scared.
Need 4.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that.
Ironically, I still had to. I just love Kay. Just, oh no, he gave you more.
Should we divvy up the potions?
Give Doc the big one because he's our tank, so he's probably gonna be taking a lot of damage.
I have
and
one
then
because I'm squishy.
yes. How much does your auto heal yourself do, Ray?
42. It's an action.
It's an action. Oh, I have a potion of healing in my inventory that I added seemingly recently because it's put in after the
Yeah, because
lemon
Vala
bar.
gave it to us. Gave us some.
Cool. Okay, I don't need it anymore. So
Did you
then
say it was superior or greater?
superior?
Okay.
So then, Lotus, Annie, Hush. Oh no, we can all just get one more of regular healing.
Yeah, because I got the superior one,
Five.
so I'm square.
Okay.
Yep.
So we can. So give Hickory the diamonds.
Yep.
And
The
then
rods will be split up between. Well, I guess Alina and Hickory will try and resonate them.
and then we. How many rods was it?
Half a dozen, so 6.
Half a dozen. 6.
And then we can. Is the rod consumed when you cast the
No.
spell, or
No, it
You just have to
has
find
be synced.
one to get it tuned.
But based on
are any of these attuned to the material plane?
They are currently all attuned to the
Attuned,
material
yeah.
plane.
yeah. So
Cool.
we'll keep 2 of them attuned to the material plane so we can get back, which means we have
4 to
4
experiment.
chances.
Uh,
And technically, we need to be right once, and as long as it doesn't destroy one of them, we can try again with it.
I'm standing out on lookout for Philly because we changed locations.
Okay. With your passive perception, you'd see Philly. You'd be able to intercept.
Okay. Philly!
She just stops like dead. And then
Hi!
you just hear like a distant and then just like in front of you, just hi,
Hello!
hello. Holds
Right.
up a little cage.
Perfect. I mean, I don't know. Until said soul. Maybe it's like what we did with Gillian.
Alina comes down with those scrolls and sees all of the little metal rods. To specify, they're like yay big. They're little metal rods, and she's like, "Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we need to find the right tune for the astral plane, and we can either get that into the rod by actually messing with the rod, but none of us are artificers. We could get it by, dipping this thing in the astral plane forever, or we could take something from the astral plane and then we can just get them to vibrate at the same attunement.
Do we have anything from the astral plane?
We
Billy?
don't. No.
Oh.
Do we have any more dust? The dust that knocks you out and makes you see visions of the tree.
Lotus.
Hmm?
Kyle.
What
It-
about it?
It was infected with the
shade.
The shade. It might still have some residual reverberations.
You want me to hit it against the rod? I can do that.
I don't really know how to tell if it'll go, but. And so Hick kind of digs one out and holds it up to the rod.
Bunk, bunk, bunk.
So the trick here is you guys are listening for different sounds
Yeah.
coming from the
Okay.
rods.
Okay.
So if you smack 2 items together and the hum that they both make is about the same pitch, then it is tuned to the same plane.
That's
Okay.
sick. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Okay.
So you tap Kyle together with this. I give him make a perception check. The 2 of you are each holding a thing.
26.
19.
19 and 26. Okay, you are able to listen well enough to hear the sort of gentle buzz at the end of the sounds they both make. Sounds similar, but not quite the same. So the rod that is attuned to the material plane, and Kyle, You get the idea that Kyle is probably more material plane than whatever other plane it's currently attuned to. It might not be the best option, but it's not exactly the same. So it might get you somewhere.
Okay. That's one test, but... And then he kind of looks at Lotus and Dolus and goes, technically, you two.
You want me to hit it?
I don't know if it'll... Because you were still banished to the plane of air. So I don't know if you still have that resonance.
We can try. Come on, come on, come on, come on,
Might
come
as
on,
well.
come on, come on.
Hick
Flip
hands
one of her
Doc
spoons.
the one that's like that sort of like meshed sound so that they can compare it, and holds up another one.
Okay. Whack 'em. Make perception checks. Lotus, you don't make a perception check because someone's trying to listen to you. You won't sound the same because of how sound works.
Okay.
Yeah, are they hitting Lotus with it?
Lotus is hitting it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lotus is hitting it. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Someone else roll for the sound Lotus makes. Someone else has to
I
be listening.
got it. I want to roll today.
I hope you got it.
Not bad actually. 19. 16 plus 3.
Okay. It doesn't sound the same as the material plane rod, but there's something you can't tell if it's for the astral plane or not. Your best guess is that it's the plane of air.
I know. I was gonna say no. This won't work because we're genies.
Shit. Okay.
Do we? So again, I will pose the question: Can we say we have some more of that dust on any of our persons that is not Twink? 'Cause Twink hasn't been here.
They roll these with me.
Okay.
I'm like, because Twig is the only one who for sure has some of that dust left.
10.
Well, shit. I also rolled 10. Roll again. I rolled 10 and I was like, ooh, right in the middle. I wonder if he'll roll below or above. That you.
He
said
won't.
10.
14.
Well, I rolled 9 this time, so
Hey!
there's some dust. The big problem is it's going to be difficult for the dust to make sound.
That's what you think. I think
Animate object.
The old dust sounder.
just the 10 little dust specks are just like bouncing on it. Like,
I was gonna say mold earth, but you know,
I would like mold it into like a
rod.
like a
solid,
like
like
a
a
rock.
rod.
Or yeah, I don't know if we have enough for a rod. Maybe a tuning
little metal
fork.
stick. A little metal stick.
A tuning fork.
Yeah, like a triangle. Ding.
Does anyone have mold earth?
Alina.
And Hush.
Alina's
I
here.
do.
Is Lena here?
Alina's here. She came down.
Oh,
She was
okay.
the one who
I
explained
Someone-
the
have,
rod.
I have mold earth.
Yeah, she
Someone
explained us.
make a little rod with this.
I will try.
Okay.
What's that?
What does you have to roll to make a little stick?
I don't
Roll
think
for
you have to
stick.
You don't have to
anything.
roll. It's mold earth. You can just make a little stick.
All right.
Okay, he just
It
like
is still
hovers over
dirt.
it.
It's just not from here. It's just.
No one.
I didn't know if it was,
sniffed
like-
this little stick.
Yeah, no, it'll work.
He just like lifts it up in his hands and it just to his stick and just stick.
Thank you.
You know
I
what?
ring it on one of the metal rods.
Cryo, I feel like I'm taking too many chances here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cast guidance on myself to get. I'm taking too many chances that I will roll
I'm
well
good
on
at
perception.
Perception.
Yeah, have
Okay.
Lotus
I
can listen this
already
time.
hit it. Lotus
Okay.
can listen, but I already hit it.
Well, yeah,
That's
that's
true.
fine. Don't listen.
Okay.
Lotus can both listen.
Give
Oh,
me
okay.
guidance.
Go.
Oh
Am I
wait,
rolling?
no. Wait, so
You hit it.
Noah,
so
what are
no-
you doing?
Okay, so
I
Noah
rolled
already
good.
rolled.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm guaranteed to roll good.
I roll. I hit it, and then I'm like, I'm not getting anything. Lotus, you try. I rolled a natural one.
Alright. Lotus, what'd you roll? We'll just use you. Doc's rolls.
30.
25
This
with
is why we
guidance.
let Lotus listen.
Yeah, this is why you let me do the thing that
I want to
really
roll
can't
dice
do.
too, man. This is a collaborative game. I don't care if we're good at this skill. We can also roll.
25 total.
So 25 and 30. Yeah. You guys both listen. There is a distinct sound that comes off the little rod that Hush has made that is different from the ones you guys have heard before. And the metal rods, if you tap it to the metal rods as you go along, there is one that sounds closer than the rest. It will need some modification to sound the same, but it does sound closer. So it will be the easiest one to tune to the astral plane.
Okay. How do we
What
modify
if we
it?
wanted to do 2 of them? Is there one that's
Well,
second
technically, once you
closest?
tune one, you can just use it to tune a second one.
Or it's not consumed, so you can just keep using it.
All right, but
Yeah.
if we use one,
Then
to
we're on another
teleport,
plane.
Yeah, and they don't
You know,
have
that's
it.
a good point.
But yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah,
we
but
can,
that's
if we
a
can
good
get
point.
one to sound correct, we just sync another one to it.
It's true.
Ray,
yeah.
because you have the perception, play rollies with me.
There goes my dice.
There's
It's
only
gone
one.
forever.
There goes my
there's
dice
only one.
again.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, no.
There's one that you guys are certain that you can get the attunement for. I am
And-
sorry.
Which one is it?
I mean, it's just one of the rods.
It's just one of the metal rods.
Oh.
Yeah.
Delilah, look for more, please.
Not here, but if you go ask her, she will tell you that it was hard enough finding all of these ones.
Wait,
That sucks, Delilah, but our DM rolled a nat 20 against us, so you gotta look for more
I'm
rods.
confused. Why can't we just reattune one of these?
You can't.
Yeah, like, why
it's
can't-
difficult. It's difficult to change the attunement of these
Oh,
things.
okay.
I'm like, you have to alter the vibrations that these things sit at like a base level.
Fair
so if
enough.
you're not an art, like if you don't have an artificer of really high level,
Well,
on
we
hand,
do, but fucking.
on hand.
You know what? No, we
Delilah.
do. Where the fuck is Fairmont?
That's a good question.
You know, let's go
I,
find Farrah.
I thought I'd get you with on hand.
Doc has a moment where he's just like, if just Twink was here, then we could. Where's Fairmont?
Alina is like about to send a message, and you just wait a second. Delilah! Up at the office that's like 2 stories up with a window. You just hear angry Scottish sounds, and then just at the window, Delilah looking. This one looks way more disheveled than the other 2 you guys have seen. Just, what?
Fairmont. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, do.
Can you tell
Where?
us?
There's a word I'd very much like for you to use in this moment.
Pretty,
please.
please.
The
You are the
pretties were a nice
best.
addition. That was an extra nice addition. Wonderful. Absolutely. Last I saw him, he was going down to gather up whatever magical items he could down in the city, so that he could try and just chuck shit in the engine to see if he can make anything, of value to help us in this situation. So he might be at a magic shop down there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, have fun. Slams the shutters closed on the window, but it bounces.
Well, on we go.
All right. You can go find Fairmont. You will be in the first magic shop you check.
Ebe.
I know exactly which magic shop we're going to.
Yeah. Like he's in the first nearby magic shop, which is the one you guys went to because it's the nearby magic shop.
Yeah.
You guys head down. You open the door. Sure enough, That old motherfucker sitting on that stool talking to Fairmont.
Fairmont.
It's really odd I've gotten Fairmont to the back. Oh, and then the dude in the chair. Ah!
Hello.
What can I do for you? What do you want to stall against the end of the world? I'm out of clocks, but I have all sorts of cool light sources. Drift globes, cracked drift globes,
We're
candles.
trying to
that last
solve
forever,
the end of the
candles
world
that
right
go out of-
now.
Why? It's made me my best sales that it has in decades.
And you won't make any more sales if the world ends.
That's a good point.
Hey, Fairmont, we
What do you-
need some help tuning forks to
Why?
the astral plane.
Oh, the old man's like, oh.
We think we got one close, but we would really like to have two, and this one feels like it's not quite there.
All right, well, perfect. I can actually help with that. Yeah. Sure, I can help with that. Looks at the guy. Just considering it's the end of the world. Discount. And it's like, yeah, sure. Perfect. And Fairmont just grabs all the stuff that's on the top of the desk. He's like, thank you. And goes to walk out. The old guy's like, wait, hang on. And Fairmont's like, don't listen to him. Go.
We're going.
Run. You just robbed this man as you head off. Back to it now. Roll here. Okay, with do. Fairmont. Thanks. Second time I rolled, it was lower than what Ray rolled. So Fairmont is confident that he can make another one of these.
Sick.
He's
And
also
then-
confident now that you guys found proper attunement for the astral plane that he can make sure the first one is attuned.
Yeah, let's go.
So, really funny because the way he checks them is like part of his forearm like folds out and he sticks the rod in there and then just like whacks it against something and he's like, ooh.
I like that. Okay. Hear that you're experimenting a lot with the engine.
Yeah, not getting much of anywhere. Nothing works. Don't have a right.
Turns out that the Starlost didn't either. They were using, they kind of like nods over to Hush. They were using Agrahill's old amber.
I'm not happy about it.
That's genius.
Not happy about it.
Why?
I'm not happy about it.
Why? That didn't answer my question. You just repeated your statement.
Because they were using it for weapons.
Okay.
Because they're using it for weapons, and that's not nice.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that's fair. You got any more of it? I'd like to use it for weapons.
Doc has a moment and he kind of looks over to Hush and he's like, we still have some from when we broke Archibald out.
You have some?
Yeah. We kind of forgot about it for a bit. But we do. We needed to make sure at the time that it was okay. And then everything happened, and so we kind of forgot that it existed in our bag until Hick and I had to start divvying up stuff now that we're, you know, not in the same body anymore.
We're not in the same body anymore.
Hick just kind of like pops her hand up over the group.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Martin may have taken the hands of time, but a new one manifested.
That's bad. That's really bad. Really bad thing that you just said.
But a new one has shown up. We don't
Not
know why.
the part I was focusing on.
Mhm.
Okay, so
It
can I have it to throw stuff in the engine? I'm trying everything here. I'm throwing everything at a wall and seeing what sticks.
They kind of have a moment. Like, Doc has a moment and looks back at Hush and just goes, "It feels only fair that I can ask you. But in this case, Hush, I understand you don't like it to be weapons, but maybe it doesn't have to be a weapon for bad."
I don't actually. It's not about it being a weapon, but you guys can use it.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Hush, are you? You're really torn up about this.
Just use it. It's.
I thought, given the fact that you were sort of stuck in there for 1,000 years, you'd be more keen to be off with it.
You think so, but
I mean, it's not like it's you. It's
no.
not even Agrahill. It's just. Ooh.
Yeah. But
It's like your eye boogies in the morning. Just
no,
accretions that solidify.
no, it's not that. It's the only last bit of home I have left because Cryatus is gone. So that's the closest thing I have to a home, but use it. They used it, you can use it. Everything has to go away eventually. At least I have the spear.
Doc digs in the bag and fishes out the amber. What are you thinking about fusing?
I don't know. Grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down, basically, in the whole city. Kind of asked for most of it. So. I don't know. Can start going through things. Unless there's anything you all really kicking about that need.
We've kind of run into a bit of a situation now where Hick and I can't really attune to much more than we already have. It'd be nice if we could combine one of them in to the other to save room, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
And Doc holds up the man, this is weird. There are technically 2 amulets of health now. I just processed.
Mhm.
Holds up the hand and goes, "This is the most removable one. Maybe we could fuse it into the shield."
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As far as we're aware, the weapons can be a bit more fickle than airite. Apparently the engine doesn't like the amber as much as it likes raw elemental energy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Doc takes the spell guard shield and he detaches his hand. He's like, "I'd like if you would be able to give me back the hand. I like having all my fingers."
I don't know what's gonna come out of this thing when I'm done, I'll be honest with you, but hopefully it still works as your hand.
Okay. And
If not, one of you's got a hand.
Yeah. He hands it over to Fairmont, and then as Fairmont goes to go do his thing, Doc and Hick actually both kind of come over to Hush, and it's like, "Are you sure you're gonna be okay? We know it's tough."
Just use it. Do what you have to do with it.
Thank you. I know it sucks, but thank you, Hush.
It does suck. It does suck, and it's gonna always suck. But everything has to change, I guess. So
Maybe when this is all over, we can try and find the rest of it.
I don't think there's any more of it. It can go. So just use it and have your shield.
Is there anything we can do for you?
What was that?
Is there anything we can do for you? It doesn't feel fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Use it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not like any of this is fun for anybody. We understand.
No. I don't think anybody does. Because this is unlike anybody else's home. So just use it, do what you want with it, and just don't let it end up at the bottom of the plane of air.
We'll make sure it's well taken care of.
Sure.
Fairmont fires up the engine, puts the shield in your hand, and that little chunk of amber all on that platform floats up. It starts its process like normal, starts to light up, and then that little beam starts to go off. As everything lights up, again, you sort of hear angry Scottish, and Delilah peeks out of the window and just, "Did no one think to warn me that you're running the ancient, long-forgotten technology next to my office?"
Is that okay?
Yes, actually, but fuck, and just fucking throws up the shield again.
What all are you putting in the engine?
Belguard shield, the amulet of health that's embedded in the hand, and then the piece of amber to run it.
Is there a way can I try and cast guidance to make the machine have a higher chance of not eating my things?
No!
Fuck!
Was it Doc's
Oh.
hand or Hick's hand?
Doc's hand.
Docs.
Sorry, just making sure my notes are right.
As the machine spins up, that light comes out of the top, and then instead of taking on that slight blue-green tint as it sort of gears up, you guys all hear sort of an angry sound come from the machine. And Lotus, because you can understand all languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From the machine, you hear a voice. It's very monotoned, and it sounds almost like that mimicking creature you heard before, like pieces of speech worded together. Above the table, it sounds almost like text-to-speech. You hear it say, margin not met, error at risk, continue process, like question mark at the end.
I look at Philly to see if she understood too. Did you get that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what that means either.
What'd it say?
Fairmont's just tapping away at the little console.
Wait, Fairmont. There's it.
What?
It said margin not met, error at risk. Continue the process.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
This is your last chance, Noah. Do you want to take this stuff out, or you want to hit the button?
You fucking wee ball!
Okay, wee ball, roll a D100 for me, please.
These are my D10s.
Roll a D100. That's how many fingers are going to be on that
92.
new hand.
That's gonna be how many fingers on that hand? 92.
Yes.
92 fingers.
Oh
92
shit.
fingers.
You grow that many.
I'm expecting wild magic.
That's how many miles of the city are
Of
destroyed. as the
nuclear
engine
fallout.
explodes.
Oh, I thought for some reason I thought you're still in the fingers. I was like, how many miles your finger is long?
You
What?
grow
Your hand
92
comes
fingers,
out.
and it's like
But they're all
You look
on
like a
top of each
centipede.
other.
Oh,
It's like Mr. Fantastic. You could just suddenly shoot your hand out. No.
I think you.
Oh
Dude,
god.
you grabbed
too.
him.
What's about to
Oh,
happen?
Hi,
to my poor
Stinky.
machine?
Hold him up. No, hold the boy up real quick. Hi, Stinky. For those of you who are just listening, Pulse has a dog, and he's here, and
And
he
his
has a
name is
bandana, and I love him. Okay, bye, Stinky.
There he go.
With a 92, you get a complete success.
Let's go! Where's the butt?
Oh. There is no butt.
There's no
You get a
butt.
complete success. I mean, it could have been better if you'd rolled a 100, but
I'm sure.
it's still a complete success. So, it will be an engine-made item. It will not be botched.
Let's go!
So, the machine sort of churns a little bit. And then eventually that light that it turned, that sort of orangish off-color light, goes back to that green. And again, there is that boom that fires out over all of you. And the machine lowers the pad again. And it's just a hand.
Or 3 fingers.
It just looks like your hand, like your
Yeah.
like the attachment you had previously, but the metal looks like the same metal as all of the other engine-made items. It's that silver and gold now.
Did it work? And I kind of walk over to it,
Yeah, go on, take it.
fits it onto it.
You didn't explode, so there goes my first worry.
Glad to know that was a worry before. He's like strapping it and getting it set.
I wasn't gonna tell you before you picked it up. You wouldn't have picked it up.
He tests he does the calibration that Twink originally taught him to do with the hand to get it to respond to muscle movement.
You do all the wiggles and everything, and you're doing the full calibration, and your hand works just fine.
What happened to the shield though?
Fuck if I know. I don't know how you gotta identify it to take some time, attune to it, to figure it out.
Fair enough.
Think
Okay.
shield.
Think shield. Think shield. Like Doc has a moment of think shield. Think shield.
Just like before
Shield.
with all of your engine-made stuff, I'll let you attune immediately
Yeah.
instead of waiting the full hour. And as you think shield, then you sort of clench your hand. Sure enough, part of your hand kind of clicks, and a little metal rod comes down, and then just out into the full spell
Oh,
guard
it's a
shield.
fan shield. Let's go.
Oh, not akin to like the God of War fan shield. It just
You really are
springs out.
Kratosing me. You've given me a spear and a fan shield.
No.
Holy.
Kind of based off your hand, so you can still angle it as if you were just holding a shield in your hand.
Huh.
And then yeah, it just turns back in your hand.
We got lucky, I think.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't like it. I mean, you heard Lotus say it. I read it. I just wasn't gonna tell you.
I appreciate the honesty.
It was a weird voice, by the way. It was like, you know, like the turtle we saw
Yeah.
earlier today. It was like that, but it was more like margin not met. Not like that. I can't do. You give it a try,
I
Philly.
can't do it.
Margin not met. That's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'm you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not good at mimicry. It was weird, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're ready if the tuning forks are all. Whenever the tuning forks are ready to go.
That will take me several hours.
We've got to go and look in on a enemy. So.
Fun. I'll start on those tuning forks.
Oh,
You.
I have good news, by the way. Or I guess
Okay.
Hick does, and Hick goes, "We kind of fixed Harmon."
You what?
I had
Oh
a
yeah, also
theory.
Raiden's here.
Also what?
Raiden's here.
He's what?
I walk out the room and I pull Raiden into the
Yeah.
room.
Raiden had not. Well, you're out in the courtyard. Raiden did not like. Raiden vanished when you went to get Fairmont. Yeah, you run in and you find him a few rooms away by like a window, like. Oh, I don't want to go out.
I go over.
No.
I go over. I hug him by the arm, and I start dragging him. He's like, please,
I.
please,
Oh, he does not move.
please.
I don't
Why
want to see him.
not?
I haven't seen him in decades.
That means you should go see him so you can turn
brings
that
up bad
decade
memories.
into a minute, a second.
Lotus, I like genuinely put a hand on your shoulder to like stop you for a second. It's like, imagine if there were one or two people in the world who reminded you of worst day of your life, worst decisions you ever made, all the bad stuff that ever happened. Look at them. You want to look at them and you want them to be your friends because they were your friends, and you want nothing more than all of them to be there. And you don't want to be the person who makes them the bad memories.
I look at that every day ever since we got Philly. That doesn't excuse you not wanting to see them. Because you are only thinking about yourself in that instance. You don't know what they're thinking. It's been decades.
Palms your head and just wisdom of a 2-year-old. He walks so that you're basically just walking wrapped around his arm instead of dragging him at all. He just steps around the corner.
While that
His- all his
conversation-
disheveled hair.
While that conversation was happening, Hickory's explaining the fact that she had a theory on how to fix Harmon and did.
Fairmont's like, are you sure he's fixed? Maybe you just got him to like remember names. Like, or how? Like, if you want to,
You can go and talk to him and ask. We don't really know what to ask Harmon.
that as Fairmont's about to say something, he looks up and Raiden is there in the doorway with Lotus and just. Hi. Hi. Been a long time. Ah. An old man now. You were an old man before. An older man now. Loa's alive, apparently, according to all their stories. Yeah, they told me. Harmon can remember names now. Yeah, they just told me. Belia's apparently celestial. That's news to me. I have kids. They're good. I have a young charge. Not really a kid, but take care of him. Nice enough. A little crazy. Something of a temper sometimes. He turns. Hush is gone.
What?
Hush is gone. He was right here.
I'll go look for him.
Okay. Meanwhile, Hush.
Hello.
Hello. You snuck away. Your stealth check of nearly 30 was more than enough to beat everybody's passive perceptions. And You made your way over to that little wing of the castle that was sort of your guys' place to have after Marin passed. It's now empty right now. There's nobody in it. So you sort of sit around that table where you guys all had breakfast the day you learned about the Gunch. You're all by yourself.
Hush like looks around to make sure there's nobody here. There's like there's this face of confusion, but more negative drawing as he reaches out, and his little thing lights up again, and a portal opens. Oh. Crawls out. Petri.
Slod just pulls himself loose. Looks around. Then to you. Just, where is the conquest?
It'll happen soon.
Yeah.
I didn't summon you for conquest right now though. I'll summon you later.
No.
Petri, you fought in wars before, right?
Many. They were glorious.
Tell me. In a war, both sides believe they're justified. No matter what. That's why they fight. But through that justification, they don't too much see the in-between. People die that aren't even a part of it. Homes burn and memories are lost. Is losing everything that you knew, is that justified? Or is it just lost for no reason? Because the other two sides thought so.
I live for violence, personally. Loss is just another step towards grand victory. Each valley but another path. The great peaks of victory.
Sounds like
Loss is natural. Everyone loses. Even I and my kin have lost before.
But it's not fair to those who aren't a part of this, who never want to be a part of this. They lose, and everyone loses.
Who doesn't want to be a part?
My old friend, he was kind of in his own corner. I can still feel his memories. He didn't care about
He lived, didn't he?
He did at one point.
Look at me, little aberration. Look at me and remember my words well, for I shall give you this advice only once.
He looks up, he has tears in his eyes.
When war is brought upon you, it matters not if you wish it. You are at war. And when you are alive, you will have war brought upon you. Be it by time, or an enemy, or within. As soon as you accept that life is a battle you can begin to fight, and as soon as you begin to fight, begin to win. When you win, you live.
I don't want to win. I just
Want to live.
I don't know. Because I don't know if I care about this world. I don't know if I care about myself. I just knew what I knew in that amber, and now it's gone. And all it is spears soaked in blood and some shield. All those thousand years of my home gone, and now Coriotis is gone. Now my home's gone, and I hate this war.
Bonks you on the head.
Don't do that too much. I'm gonna drop concentration on you.
You are alive. Therefore, something is left. As for what is gone, let the past die. It is what it was made for. It is not here anymore. There is no need to long for it. You may wish the days of the past were still here, but they never shall be. You may weep for them, but your tears will not make flowers long dead grow back. They may make new flowers grow that can be trampled for glory.
I just feel so conflicted with everything. I'm alive, and you're right, and I do want to live out and see everyone thrive, but I don't understand a lot of things. I understand aberrations. I love aberrations. I understand all the things that are horrible, but the things that are so dull and so easy, they're so hard for me. And I want to learn these things. I want to live this life. I want to be friends with Lotus. They're making it really hard. Not Lotus, but humanity. It's making it... I'm talking about humanity. It's with Slod. That's not even my friend. You're not even my friend. Why am I talking to you? You said it. We're not friends.
We are not. We are something grander. Full fist to his chest. We are allies. I have never gone to battle for a friend. Bloods do not have friends. But I am here to fight for you, little aberration. And I shall be here for your conquests. And for your losses. As despicable as they may be.
Is it okay if allies hug?
Do not know what a hug is.
You put out your arms and we wrap them around each other. Not hard.
And then you squeeze until
not
your
hard.
enemy pops.
No, Petri. No, not hard. No. It's just a moment of lamenting and having another person's presence. It feels nice to be able to hug an aberration. Can I just have a hug? And not squeeze me?
I will not crush you. Send me away. Wraps his arms around you. That he does squeeze really tight, but not enough to cause you like actual physical pain, just enough for you to be like.
You're good at hugging. That's the surprise.
This reminds me of a ritual in my.
Did it make you feel good when you did the ritual?
Wrap our arms around each other in a long chain, and we would all pull, and those whose arms are ripped from their sockets are deemed weak.
That's a goofy way of doing it.
What
But,
is
like,
goofy?
Funny. It's a funny
is
way of doing
funny.
that. It elects joy, I guess. It does. That doesn't elect joy in me too much, but that's kind of funny. I assume that your arms didn't get pulled off.
No.
You're strong, and
72 of my brothers from my clutch did lose their arms, though.
are they okay?
They all died that day.
That's sad.
No, it's glorious, for the strong survived. Lotus, you find Hush hugging Petri and laughing. You're gonna peek around the corner.
I'll just stand there, let them enjoy their moment, not
They have their
interrupt
little
them.
moment for a few more seconds, then Hush is faced away from the door, so Petri notices you and is just a foe and picks Hush up like he's gonna throw Hush at you.
Oh wait,
Well, don't do that.
no, Petri, stop.
She is right. I shouldn't do that. Puts you
No,
down and then
you-
just.
No,
Ah.
you know this one. Don't act like you don't know this one.
I crave battle. Please send me away or let me fight. Or feed me.
Oh, I can feed you. Here. Throws a piece of butterscotch in his mouth. Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
What is this? He's
It's
so
butterscotch.
unhappy.
It's
He's
good.
butchering it.
he and it like fires out amidst a glob of like acidic spit that hits the floor and just starts like
Oh. You know, I guess you weren't akin to sweet things. Hi.
I was wondering where you went.
picks up Hush by the head, just holding him, points at Lotus and just, you
Me.
understand what he says now?
Oh. I know what you're saying.
Of course you do. My words are clear and concise as always.
Hush, I can understand what he's saying.
That means that you guys can hang out.
You
Yeah.
shall treat him well and make him feel happy to be alive. Show
Okay.
him the glory of a well-lived life and battle.
Okay. I mean, I'll show him a well-lived life, period.
Yeah, she will.
Drops you, Hush. Just... There. You are fine. Many allies surround you.
Many friends.
He doesn't use that word.
Oh, many allies.
And there is a great foe to be defeated, is there not?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'll make sure to summon you during the battle. I know you really want to do this.
Oh, he does like a gorilla, like, on his chest.
Oh, he's so... I like that. I like that I can understand him.
He's funny.
Huh.
I learned what funny means.
Okay.
It means goofy.
Petri, can I have your hands? Don't you dare. I know what you're gonna try.
Should I not?
No, just give me them. Your hands in my hands.
Okay.
Thank you. I needed that, and you're a good slod. You're a good ally.
Ah,
Thank you for
vicious slod.
Yeah, you are. I'll make sure to give you lots of things to attack and rip apart. But I'm glad to have you. I'll send you back now. You can go back to pillaging and destroying.
Holds like a hand up to stop you. Walks to the other side of the room away from you, doing a waddle walk, kind of on his knuckles a little bit. And then he turns back to you and he gets back up on 2 feet. He just fall. Just nails you in the forehead on the return.
Oh.
Do I take any damage from it?
Concentration.
Concentration.
1.
1. So I need to make a DC 10 con save.
I fail.
1!
Yeah. Petri nails you in the forehead with a ball as he throws it back to you, and as you and kind of fall over, he just gone.
Oh. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. I think I have a ball-sized welt on my forehead.
Oh, do you want a band-aid?
No, it's okay. Where
Okay.
did they use the amber?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Are you sure?
I
You're
wasn't.
not lying to me.
I won't lie. I was getting ready to scream at them. Scream at Fairmont.
Hmm.
I was really, really angry, but I kept the whoops to myself. But I'm okay. I think hearing that from Petri, seeing that slight bit of humanity in him, an aberration, made it a little bit easier. I know they're not taking it out of malice. I know they're not taking it to scorn me. I know they're just making use of what they have to win. And I'm trying to win too, so if it helps them, I'm glad that my home can be of service even this far from when it was made.
Of course. I know it's not a place anymore, but now it can be used for the better.
Yeah.
Plus, even if you don't have a home anymore, I put my hands on your shoulders. I mean, I can't fully understand your position. I've never been alive for 1,000 years inside of an amber. I've only been alive for 2. But when I lost my home, because I was banished, I made my home out of the people that around me that I loved. So, Dulles, Raiden, and now I consider you my home too. Because you're my best friend. I pull you into a hug.
Ah! I'm still reeling from the Petri squeeze.
Give you a bigger squeeze.
I didn't think of people as a home. I was thinking of a rock as a home, so it's not too far off. You're my home too. Thanks for being my home.
Of course. And now I'm gonna be around for so long, so
I was also thinking that however long I live, I know that you're gonna be around as long as everything in the next couple of days goes well. Then we should fight hard to make sure that we can keep our home.
yeah. I was thinking about what you mentioned to me about you losing faith about humanity, and I mean, even if we don't fight for humanity, we're fighting for each other.
I'm not too much sold on humanity just yet. I think I need a little bit more of a push, especially after seeing all of them crowded like that, getting in our way. But I'll fight for you, and I'll fight for our friends. And maybe along the way, I'll feel for humanity a little bit more. It's just a little hard with, I still have aberration in me, and aberrations, they're food.
I think this is just from my short-lived experience, but I think it's okay if you never come around to humanity. But, you've seen the people in my home, my old home at least. They're all really bad people.
They suck.
Yeah, they do suck. But
Humanity kind of sucks sometimes.
But there are the good parts that make up for it, like the people that we love and we care. And they have people who love who they love and they care about.
Are you considered humanity because you're a genie? Like, are you not considered humanity anymore?
I think humanity is just anything humanoid that lives. I think. I don't really know the definition of humanity now that I'm thinking about it. I'm just taking the root word and making it make sense to myself.
You know, I don't really understand it either. I just know that I have this weird thing in the back of my head right here. I think that's a part where Agrahil is. Just don't like humanity. The idea of humanity is bad. And I think there's a little part right here that's celestial for my dad. That's also like, they're below us. Humanity's nasty. So like, they're like right here. But then the front part is me. Or Ruckus, who was a part of it. And the rest of it is Hush. So I'm learning to balance everything.
I'm sure with time, it'll balance everything much better. I mean, I think if you take into consideration, you're kind of like me. You're still learning, and everything is a new experience because we haven't lived for very long.
I've been alive for a long time, but I haven't lived a lot.
And once
you're
we
going to be
figure
alive
this...
for a long time, and you're going to live a lot.
Yeah.
We've both got some learning to do.
And once we figure everything out here, we can, we can live.
Lotus.
Yes, Hush.
Let's live.
Yes.
Let's live and fight and eat and poop. Do all the things we have to.
Yeah!
Yeah, poop!
And sleep and eat. I already said eat. Let's do everything we have to. I'm going to be a little torn up at seeing this, whatever it got turned into, but I'll be fine. I promise. I'm sorry I ran away.
It's okay. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Both mentally and physically.
You know, to be fair, my arm's a little... It hurts a little bit, and I was a little squished. I could you could carry me back.
Okay.
Yes!
No questions asked.
Made excuses. All he had to do was ask. Outside. The rest of you, in the meanwhile, at one point, Delilah stuck her head out of the window again and was just like, "Are you done?"
She just like clenches his fist and the shield deploys. Yeah.
Oh, shiny. Very nice. Wow. Wow. Are you all sleeping here, or am I sending you away?
Wow.
Once we find Hush,
eventually.
we'll let you know.
I mean,
Okay, how
we're
about you
not
just
going
let me
anywhere.
fucking know now, and then when
We're
you find
sleeping
Hush,
here.
Okay, thank you. I like this one more. Points at Dolus. You're currently second in my sort of list of how much I like you Twintanians.
Okay, thank you.
All right, squeeze some rest.
Who's first?
Oh. It's hard.
Who's for Hush?
Who's last?
Wink.
Makes sense.
Who's after that? Like he just goes through the whole ranking list.
We should gather everyone together and then look in on Kieran again. Maybe I'm being too precautious, but I'd rather prepare for the worst case scenario that we scry on him and he teleports here and starts beating our asses. So we should all
Seems like
sort
a-
of gather.
Seems like it might be a bad move for him to teleport in where the Archmage of Yuba is, one of the most revered fighters, the entirety of the finest. I feel like he might feel like he's outclassed if he just shows up here.
I don't think I mean, Delilah is one thing. I think he knows that he's stronger than us. Or at least believes so. We have improved a lot very quickly, so But it's better to prepare for the worst, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Let's get inside.
Maybe we should summon. Maybe we should do it in the courtyard, where there's like one of those ballista towers nearby, so they can shoot at him, too, or a couple of them, in case we need further backup.
Okay. And
Wouldn't hurt.
we'll wait for Hush and Lotus to get back and then go from there.
Okay.
Get back.
Hush and Lotus are here. Let's go to a courtyard.
We're in the courtyard.
We're in the courtyard.
Being held.
Are we nearby ballista towers?
No, but if you ask guards, you can in fact get a firing squad to come up.
Okay, we'll do that.
By the way, real quick, on the way, as we're walking back, Lotus would have mentioned, by the way, I think Fairmont thinks of you like a son.
What?
Yeah.
As you guys are walking back, and you're like, I think Fairmont thinks of you as how that whole little bit happens. Around the corner, you just hear,
Oh.
and around the corner,
It's
comes
him!
this green little dog thing just waddling forward. He's got a stick tied to his back, has a string that is currently in his mouth. And he's
Oh
just-
no, he succeeded.
Oh, he got it.
Oh no, he got it.
And the string falls out and then just
Okay, we should be careful. Let's go. Oh, rat.
Why
Let's
don't we
be
just like go?
yeah.
Let's not get in within his vicinity
Uh-huh.
or his range. I think that we are in trouble.
We stealth.
make stealth checks, please. Yes. Okay, Lotus, what'd you roll?
14.
Hey, Hush, what'd you roll?
32.
Just average that out.
Thank God.
So like, you're like, I bet I rolled, but I was like, I'll bring up your average. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, you rolled 3.
I rolled
With the
a
amount
4 plus 10.
Brain cells.
We gotta tell a
You guys
guard.
just stealth. You guys
Oh,
just
yeah.
stealth around him, and he kind of just walks. You guys basically just cling to the wall and like tuck into quarters as he just kind of waddles past. And just.
We gotta tell somebody.
By.
Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody when I'm in range.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Fairmont said that he thinks of you like a son because I convinced Raiden to go talk to him, and Raiden was like, "Yeah, I have kids," and then Fairmont was like, "Yeah, me too," and then looked towards where you were. So
That's okay. I didn't tell you this. I haven't told anybody this. I kind of also see Fairmont as a dad, and I really see Delilah as a mom. But I don't want to bring it up to either one of them
why not?
because I'm confused.
Why?
I don't know. They've
I
both
think
shown
you-
me kindness and sternness that can only be akin to, I think, a parent. I have loose ideas of parents because it's been over 1,000 years since I had one.
I mean, I think that's something you should. I mean, I think Delilah is kind of spread thin right now, literally and figuratively. So you should talk to Fairmont about it. I think that would be nice. Listen, I don't really know about a parent. I think Nyx is bad. One of my dad's dead. Raiden is really cool, and my other dad is a genie, and dad, mom, Kaeli.
You got a lot going on with yours.
Yeah, and I don't really know what
Mine's-
constitutes as like a normal parent, so
Yeah, mine's like one of mine is dead for 1,000 years, and another one is an angel or a celestial that I want to kill. I still want to do that. That has not changed.
yeah, that's fair.
You guys get out to the courtyard in the midst of your parent speech.
The gunch has gotten the stake.
You say that, everybody within range hears it. What's your 90 feet?
90 feet.
The Gunch has gotten the stake. You declare it, and Fairmont's just like, oh, and then from up in the window, just Delilah, just fuck.
The what?
The Gunch.
What is that?
Hi.
You remember the green dog-looking thing that almost killed Twink?
This.
No.
It almost ate him.
This thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
As Matthias once said, bloody day in Ubwa.
Dolus, did you never personally see the Gunch?
I
Well-
was never in a scene with the Gunch.
Dolus is the only one who hasn't seen the
I thought you
Gunch.
had, because that was when Twink
I
almost
believe
died.
we were all together when that happened.
And you asked Delilah to teleport him.
Oh, yeah.
I asked Delilah to teleport him.
I wasn't there either.
Anyone
Yeah.
didn't
You were
exist
dead.
Yeah,
in our story.
Mara was not there. Yeah, Mara
I-
died. You
I
hadn't
remember
come back as Annie yet.
Dolus being there and like watching Twink trying to catch it.
Regardless,
like-
the Gunch has gotten the stake is the announcement that's given, and then Dolus is shown the Gunch. Whether he's seen it before or not, we can just attest to Dolus for getting the thing.
Yep.
Is this safe? Is this place safe? Oh, she can stop carrying me now.
Oh, okay.
Delilah up in the window. Nowhere is safe when that fucker is loose.
How many tries did you get? What was the effort to putting that stake on in the first place?
Oh, but like apparently like one person lost a hand, that eventually they got it, but then they have to put stake on it like again when he gets it, because this isn't the first time he's got it. That's
Really?
apparently a risky maneuver.
Alright, Philly, whenever you see a small green dog that has
I get
eyes
it.
that are crossed... No! Bloody day in Ubwa.
What does that mean?
It means
You'll
it
die.
will eat you.
Oh,
So don't steer clear of it.
but you just said it's
Small
Little.
green, but then when it sees you, it...
This.
minor illusion, its mouth stretch it out to eat something, and Philly's just like, ah.
I looked through notes. Dolus was not ever in a scene with the Gunch. He was warned about it once, but when that scene happened with Twink and the Delilah and stuff, Dolus was in the library with Elena playing footsie or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, they were macking in the library.
They were
Shut up,
mad.
macking it.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Should we
Yeah.
reestablish our place of where we are?
Huh?
So you're gonna summon, you're gonna get a firing squad to come out, you're gonna scry on Kieran or attempt to. If he pulls up, the firing squad's gonna shoot the shit out of him while you all attack him.
Mm,
That's where you're at right now.
okay.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, while we're kind of getting set up and waiting for the firing squad, Doc walks up to Hush and is like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
it worked, and
Be
I
over here if you need me." I'm just kind of shuffle so they can have their private time.
we think we came up with a name for it.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to call it the Silent Protector."
That's nice. I appreciate that. What's it look like?
And he clutches his hand, and the thing fans out.
As soon as the thing fans out, this is only the Hick and Doc. There's just this, like this giant ringing in your head that is just so migraine-inducing, and then Hush just really. Sorry, I should have warned you. I'm sensitive to this
I
one,
know.
but I'm learning to get better at this.
But we figured it was best to name it after you, because you've been exactly that ever since you showed up.
I really appreciate that. Like, I actually really do. I don't like looking at it, but
Yeah, he unclutches and it undeploys.
I went out and I seethed. I'm okay. do appreciate you naming it after me. As long as you use it to protect your home and us, I don't have any problem with it. I'm glad that it can help you and us. So thank you for you. Just use it well.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I will say one thing. Regardless if you do or don't, if you have another piece of that amber you have not told me, I will turn you inside out.
That's my only one.
I will turn you inside out.
He
Me
literally
adding another amber to the to the inventory to cause problems.
He's literally offers the bag. He's like, you can check as much as you want.
No, I believe your words. Just know that is my promise.
Okay.
And just make sure you don't lose it in a pit or something.
It's literally attached to me.
Okay, but you've lost limbs before.
Fair enough. Come on, I think Hick's almost done.
Okay.
Almost done.
I want to real quick. What's Raiden up to? Is Raiden talking to Fairmont?
Yeah, Raiden and Fairmont are talking.
All right, I'm gonna go look for
Cool,
Philly then.
awkward.
Yeah,
Philly is
awkward,
just
but
standing. Philly has not moved since you left. You were like, I'm gonna go look for Hush, and she was like, okay, and she just A-posed in that spot, basically. And
why are you just standing here?
you didn't know what else to do.
I mean, you can like talk to people. Everybody's here is nice.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Some of the guards who are getting gathered just wave.
Hi, Philly.
Yeah, that's Marcos and that's Tin. They're cool.
Tim?
Tim.
Tin?
Tin. Timn.
Tim.
Wait, is it MN or NM?
M.
It's MN. Timn.
Dolus, you had your hand up.
What did you say? I cast Armor and Manifest on myself.
Okay, sick.
What's
Yes.
up, Hush?
Hush, after Lotus runs away and Doc is leading, he's like, "Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta go do something really fast."
Okay.
And Hush just clicks his boots and just over to Fairmont.
Okay, you run to Fairmont's like 20 feet away.
He cares
Okay.
not.
You vroom, like the road runner.
Fairmont,
Hello.
hi.
This is the one I was talking about. Tarin. Yeah, I know him.
Raiden.
I
Fairmont. This is only Fairmont.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I view you like a father, and I have for a while, and I just want you to know that I view you that way. And I also kind of look at Delilah like a mom, but I'm afraid to tell Delilah that. So I thought it would be easier to tell you that because you're more forgiving for that reason, and I was with you for a long time. So I think of you like a dad and Delilah like a mom, but I don't know if I want to tell Delilah.
Lotus in the background, just double thumbs up. Not pretty sure she can gather what he's talking about.
And like my dad is a celestial, so like I don't
How to
really
Train Your
claim
Dragon,
him.
you know, just
I don't really claim him as a father, so like, can I claim you as
Hush,
like my
hush,
stand-in
hush,
dad,
hush,
please?
Hush. Man, you're doing the babbling. You're doing the anxious babbling. You do it. You do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you think of me that way, Hush. You're a good kid. I appreciate it. You should tell Delilah. Maybe in a moment when she's a little calm, but maybe before you leave, because, you know, world might end.
Is there a moment where Delilah's calm? I think the only one that's calm is the one that's at home with Ardalan.
Oh, no, that one's not at home with Ardalan right now. Don't tell her I told you that, actually. She might kill me.
I won't. I don't want to lose my...
Just call me Fairmont.
Fathermont. Okay.
Right. Go.
Okay. Hug text. Hug text.
All right. He hugs you. Oh,
Thank. He just like goes like, "You're like a home."
you telling me I'm built like a house?
You don't look like a house. What? You're smarter than that.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Come on, let's get the show on the road.
I'm going.
Uh,
Do you see how fast I can go?
The other 20 feet back.
for everyone's knowledge, so to everyone who wasn't there the first time we fought, that's everyone but me and Lotus. Kieran, last time we fought him, had some kind of ability to rise from the dead in some sort of way, in which we killed him with several ballista shots from our ship, and then he just got back up afterwards. So, do not think the fight is over after he dies.
Oh.
Stab him
Great.
twice.
I might have a thing for that.
Oh.
What?
Perfect.
Or a thing, not really a thing, but I think I have someone for that.
Okay. Well,
Petri.
in
Petri,
what way?
when he attacks, he locks away any ability for them to heal.
Oh. Great, then please summon Petri.
So with the
If-
combination of Petri
If he
and
shows up.
stabbing him twice.
It's also possible that whatever ability he's using isn't necessarily healing, but more prevention of death.
Also true. But it doesn't hurt to have.
You know what
That
doesn't?
extra-
You know what can't be prevented? Up in the window,
What?
Delilah. If I disintegrate his ass.
We need the
That's also
soul.
fair. Well, I mean, as long as he. I don't need him to have a body. I just need to be within a certain distance from him when he is dead.
Just need to watch him die.
Yeah. I just to above the table. I just need to be within 60 feet of him and see him die.
Oh, that's perfect. 60 feet is pretty far.
Well then,
So we just need Petri. If we can negate it, not taking that away from it, if we can negate it, Petri just has to go in there and finish him off. Stab twice, you said?
Great. Well, Hickory,
ready.
All right.
let's do it.
You want to use your fist or do you want to use Kyle?
Do we?
The wings, like.
Okay,
Philly,
I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
do you have anything of. I mean, you wouldn't. Anything that might have. That Kieran might have touched or that might have. Like he might have given to you or anything
No.
in that?
Oh, like gestures to her clothes because she's wearing like the Starlost clothes. Like, he brought all of this.
Kieran gave those to you?
Mm-hmm. He handed it to me.
Okay, well, maybe that could help, Hickory, if you hold
Grabs
on
part
to
of her
that.
strirt and just rips a chunk out. And
That's
just,
not
here.
what I. Alright.
Well, maybe we should get you new clothes too.
Yeah, maybe. These are really comfortable though.
Okay, but feel this.
All right. Now the new challenge is to make sure that I can pin which one's right.
Well,
Philly,
that's not chanting.
what did they call him?
A starry-eyed soldier.
Like
I also
Vecnost.
I don't know.
Okay.
I also
Um,
make a minor illusion of of Kieran specifically with the starry eyes because the other Kieran did not have starry eyes.
And you make Starlost Kieran also wore different clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
He's totally different looking. So you
Yeah.
hold him up with the.
I mean, I don't know. He might have changed his clothes.
Okay.
Fair point.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Armor of Minithis, you summon Petri. Lotus has Kyle at the ready. Billy
Yeah, I don't really
has her wings spiked out.
We're
Not
pretty-
fighting
Annie,
now,
you doing
are we?
anything for prep?
Could I don't want to push him. I could freeze him.
Do I have paper dollies?
Yeah.
You should. Doesn't it reset after a rest?
A long
No, it
rest.
resets after a long rest, so you don't. It would have vanished in the sea serpent fight.
Don't have my 6th level spell, but I still have my 5th level spells. So we're fine on that front.
Is there anyone in like a straight line ahead of me? I just can't make this.
You can
small.
find an angle where there is not.
All right, perfect. I'll get Sleet Storm ready.
Everybody gets ready.
I'll ready in action. If I see Starlost Kieran show up, I will cast Blight on him immediately.
Okay. Everybody gears up. No one's sure where he might show up, so the firing squad is keeping their eyes up in every direction. You guys are all looking around. Annie's keeping a line clear around the middle of the group, so if he appears in the middle, she can just boom. Like, as everybody gets ready, Ick, burn that spell slot. Scry.
Sending it.
I'm so excited for nothing to happen.
Yeah. If he's not on this plane, it just shoots right back.
Yeah. Or
Wow.
if he might just like
You get all geared up and ready,
show up.
and the spell doesn't trigger. Because Kieran is not on the material plane. And as you have that quiet moment looking at the scrying mirror and it not triggering, and that just sort of settling in, that general moment in everybody's head of just, fuck. That's where we're going to end our session today.
Oh. Okay.
Shit! I'm glad I didn't summon him yet. I was like, I'm gonna wait to summon him.
Well, no big climactic battle with the Starlost next time, unless
Unless Kieran knows that we tried to look and now he's coming to the material plane.
Oh, who knows what's gonna happen next time? Who knows? But for now, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Starlost Seas. We appreciate your support. We appreciate that you guys enjoy us enough to have watched 127 episodes.
Yep.
Woo! We're getting so close to the end. I'm so excited. I gotta go to bed. I got work in the morning. All right. Thank you so much. Check out the links down below if you want to see our Discord. Support us on Ko-fi. If you're listening, thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry you missed out on the visual gags. You can always check us out on YouTube in your free time. For now,
Or
bye-bye.
Spotify. There's the video.
Oh, there's a video on Spotify. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, bye!
Eat your teeth.
What?
What?